Corey, we got a special guest artist tonight, dude.
Yeah.
/Potter.
Corey fucking Collins, dude. One of my best friends ever.
Where you from? What's your name?
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Hawthorne, Nevada, originally.
Bring it closer to the mic.
I live in Elko, Nevada now. Own a shop called Iron Anchor Tattoo. Came up here to see my boy David. We tattooed 12 years ago together for 2 different shops, 7 years.
I'm just tossed to the fucking wind.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you telling him about myself or yourself?
I know. Where are you fucking?
Sorry.
Always
My
about
bad.
you, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So he fucking called me. What was it? Last Monday?
Yeah.
Called me last Monday when I was just trying to enjoy my night. Gives me a fucking phone call, and he's like, hey, dude, I'm in fucking Placerville right now, hanging out with these crackheads out front of Rayleigh's trying to charge my phone.
Sick.
And I was like, what the fuck are you doing out there? And he was like, I'm coming to see you. I was like, no, you're not. Because he talked about it before. I was like, no, you're not. He was like, yeah, dude, it says I'll be there in like an hour 20. And mind you, this fool rode his fucking super sick fucking Softail fucking Street Bob with no front fairing, with a stock seat. He rode it all the way from Elko, Nevada, all the way out here.
How many hours is
Just
that?
to be here tonight. with
It's
you.
like 9 hours, right?
9 hours.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a good
And
that's a hike.
and he'd never ridden like what 20 minutes out, like farther than
20 minutes on the highway.
yeah. And he rode all the way the fuck out here,
Built
and then
a
just
60
showed
bar and packed it up and left.
yeah, just packed it up, and then he showed up at my house, and then proceeded to eat all my fucking peanut butter protein bars like a piece of shit. Dude.
Revved his engine at like fucking 1:30 in the morning. Let the neighbors know who was in town for a fucking couple days.
Nobody even heard me.
Hey, yo, he did let you
Everybody
know, though.
heard
He
you.
did let you know, because I remember him coming into the shop last Saturday, I think, and being like, hey, yo, dog, just so you know, we're going to need some more than protein bars.
Yeah, I know. And he kept trying to make it seem like I was gonna go buy more when he fucking ate all of them, and I was like, no.
You're like, I'll give you a ride, homie.
Yeah, I was like, on principle, I'm not buying them. You are, because you fucking ate them all. And then
The gas money.
yeah, and then we went to fucking Safeway, and I was grocery shopping with my daughter, sweet baby, and I was like, we're doing separate things on the scanner where the fucking cashier is. And I put a little divider because I was like, I'm not paying for your shit. And then he thought he was slick, and he took the bars, and then he put them onto my thing, trying to make it seem like I wouldn't notice. Of course I fucking did.
Yeah.
I put them right back. I was like, I'm not paying for this shit. So he bought them. And I ate one today, and it was delicious.
Free taste best, dude.
Oh, it tasted
That same
way
night
better.
when he first arrived, I also like helped myself to the freezer.
Yeah, that was
And
really cool, dude.
Cooked up all
They-
of Allie's fucking.
Yeah, they ate the rest of Alice's
That's the
chicken
first time I had a
tenders.
Frozen fried corn dog.
It was bomb. Did I not cook it up, dude?
No,
Outside was fucking hot.
Oh,
as fuck.
shit. So you
Hot dog
got
was
here.
frozen.
Oh my bad, my bad, dude. I was drunk as fuck, dude. My
I was
bad.
about to
dog.
say, the day that you came in all hungover, like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
the night that you got into town.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
bit it up, and
We
then you
got-
ate all the fucking corn dogs and
Dude,
chicken
we found
nuggies.
whatever was fucking tasty in the
Dog,
freezer.
I was literally laying in bed, and you could like smell the oven.
Right.
Are these motherfuckers cooking right now? I was
I
like,
burnt the fuck out of myself a couple times trying to flip. I was deep frying corn dogs with like olive oil on the fucking. On
bro,
a
there's
cast
an
iron.
air fryer above the fucking fridge.
Dude, I was too drunk to know what the fuck was going on, dude.
Tyler's like, I don't know what that is.
I found
but
fire, food, and fucking
fire.
Chicken strips around point.
Thanks, dog. I appreciate you, straight up.
So you gave my boy a frozen corn dog?
Dude, I was just trying to be a fucking gracious host. You went to bed early. I was trying to fucking feed homeboy.
Dude, I went
He
to
had
bed
a
at like
long
3
ass night
a.m.
on the road. Fucking. Trying to
Tyler's
fucking
like,
make
you
it.
went to bed early, and you know what I'm saying? When the fucking cat's away, the rats are going to play.
We
dog.
fucking-
and we fucking
cook up
ate
all
them
your
chicken
food, dude.
titties.
Dude,
We went over there like a bunch of fucking hungry boys, dude. We were like, what's in this freezer? Right
I went
now?
to sleep at 3 a.m. I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna stay up till fucking 6 like you fucking degenerates,
I
dude.
mean, well, we just like to party, dude. I guess that's what it
No,
is.
you guys were doing a little something else.
Fucking?
Fucking, dude.
Yeah, sex
Yeah.
stuff for sure.
Dude, definitely. Dirty sex stuff, too.
Yeah, because Tyler's not afraid to eat poop as long as it comes off a wiener.
What do you say today? Fucking.
My bag.
Little fudgical action, dude.
What did he say today? He said, I'm going to suck that ass and eat that dick.
Yeah.
He likes the feeling of the redemption.
Dan told me I Yeah, what did you tell me? He said, "Eat my ass."
It's
and
like a
suck my dick." I
rebound,
said,
dude.
"Suck out."
Yeah, something like that. And you're
Yeah.
like, I'm going to eat that dick and suck that ass. I mean,
That's
Redness away.
that's
What did
cool.
you
That
ask?
works too.
What'd you ask today? You were like, what is?
Oh, the perineum.
Yeah.
What's a fucking perineum? Because I was like,
It's your fucking gooch,
yeah,
son.
it's just straight up
The
gooch,
tank.
dude. It's just irritated down there, dude. And I looked it up. It said perineum.
It's all red. And
Well, you got a
swollen
fucking
and
yeast
shit.
infection?
I just fucking, I think I shit too hard and just fucking split me like a log, dude.
All right, that's not okay. Then is it just your asshole? Does it feel like somebody took a little piece of paper and paper cut every wrinkle on your asshole?
Yeah, it's like that seam that goes in between your perineum.
Oh, it's on the seam there. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that.
I think I just fucking
Because I
think
know,
was,
like,
I think I was
strictly-
tugging too hard down there. So.
I have a
yeah,
fucking
dude.
strict 3 wipe rule.
what?
Yeah, 3
I'll
wipes.
use like half a fucking toilet paper roll.
Nah, bro, okay, you know why?
I got a fucking big asshole, dude. I'll fucking wipe
You
that
know
whole
why
ass.
you'll do that? Because you ain't never had anal fissures before. And when you wipe your ass too fucking hard, too fucking much, and then you have to deal with the fact that you just ripped your asshole to shreds. Dude, when your asshole feels like goddamn Elmer Fudd's
Dude, I'm
gun
not old and
after
made out of
Bugs
tissue
Bunny
paper.
puts his fucking finger in it, you're like, all right, cool. How do I never have this happen again? And you're like, okay,
Damn, is
3
that what
wipes.
Is that what happens when you get old, dude?
Dude, you
Bruh.
can always tell
You
when it's
turn it-
happening too. You like do one
Yeah,
too many
yeah.
wipes, and you're like, well, my butthole's gonna itch for a hot minute.
bro.
and
yeah.
then you keep it going. And like, it's like once my asshole starts itching.
I-
I,
dude.
I just shower,
Nah.
dog.
That's what I'm saying. I'm no
Well,
fucking.
now
I'm no
now
shy man.
that I
to-
got the fucking bidet,
Yeah.
it works
Oh,
out
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
But before that, man, it's like, and sometimes, dude, and everybody does it. Like, you take a fucking shit that's like goddamn paper mache glue, and it's like,
oh, it's
you
just like
will
Hershey.
never-
It's melted Hershey's.
no, it's like way stickier. It's like fucking paste, dude. Like you
just
straight
never
up
get it
shit
out.
paste.
What are you
yeah.
eating, bro? What are you eating?
I don't know. Otherwise,
You
I
really-
wouldn't eat it anymore. It happens something. Bitch, don't sit over there and fucking act
I
like
don't
you
know,
ain't never
dude.
done that.
I got solid logs every time, dude.
Bro, you just drank Pepto.
That's true. I did fucking have like a fucking explosion. Of fucking. Yeah, they were still solid, but they were just pieced out.
yeah,
you know what
sometimes,
I mean?
bro, that
Mine
shit's
were,
like,
like,
so
softer.
It was like a
fucking thick.
fucking. It was like a minigun. It was like the fucking.
That shit today at the shop when I was like, yo, I'll be right back. And when take a shit and somebody's dragging some shit across the fucking concrete outside. and
Oh,
he's
that
like,
that bitch with
"Bro,
with the briefcase or like
my
with the
boy ain't
suitcase?
good. Like I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
call the
that-
ambulance.
Yeah, well, Chris, he went into the bathroom, and then I started hearing something, and I was like, "There's no fucking way that that's him." But it almost kind of sounded like a really fucking explosive, sloppy shit coming from the fucking.
Nah,
and I'm like, "Holy
Yeah,
fuck!"
my boy's
dude,
in there
like,
putting in work.
I'm like,
Dog
if he's
sweating.
doing that, like, fuck, man, I'm gonna have to call an ambulance and maybe like a priest.
Fucking Chris
Like
is in there.
something.
He's
And
speaking
then
Latin.
Yeah,
He's
dog,
a
I was
fuck-
passing fucking.
And then I heard it again, and I was gonna jump up and be like, "Hey, yo, dude, are you fucking good?" And I looked out, and it was somebody dragging something across the fucking pavement in front of the shop, and I was like, "Oh, thank God!"
I know exactly.
Thank
who you're
God
talking
that's
about.
not my
It's this-
fucking friend,
it's
'cause,
the-
woo.
the most saddest homeless lady I've ever seen in my life, just pulling.
It wasn't a lady.
It wasn't a lady. Okay,
No,
I
it
saw this
wasn't a
lady yesterday. I felt bad, dude. I had to look down at my phone.
Did you do anything to help her or what?
Huh?
Did you help her at all?
I just gave her like sympathy eyes. I was.
He
all,
said
my
I put
bad.
her. He
Carry
put
on,
her.
dude.
He put her
Carry
on his TikTok and said,
Oh, yeah.
"Please send fucking."
Yeah.
thoughts
I'm all
and
here's
prayers."
$5.
He made a
Here's
GoFundMe.
$5. No, it was.
On his OnlyFans.
Yeah, it was like, listen, I'm all, listen, baby. Let me take care. Let me get you out of this situation,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah, he took her to
Come
a
on.
black leather couch.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You want a job, girl?
She wasn't looking too bad though.
You
know
know
what I
there
mean?
was
Once you get
plastic
cleaned
all
up.
over that fucking couch too, dude.
He's like, "Hey, yo,
No
bro,
mess.
You hungry?"
That's why we're at a bed wrap all the time.
Yeah.
Tyler just fucking takes that shit home.
I mean, dude,
With
you
him and
gotta-
his brother, dude.
You got to get in.
That's why his butthole's hurting right now, dude. His
Yeah,
brother
well, he's-
polished him up last week.
He fucking sets the room up like a Dexter kill room, but really what's happening is super
They're all,
fucking freaky.
Where
sex.
am I? I'm all, bitch. You're in the fucking pleasure. You're in the pleasure zone, baby.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no girl's ever been in the pleasure zone with you, my dude.
That's not true, dude. I call it the splash zone also.
no.
Why?
Are you a
Because you're
fucking orca
orcas?
Wild water.
He ain't never taken a girl out of wild, bro.
No.
Come on, dude. That's crazy. No, you're right though.
No.
What do you mean no, dude? You don't know my fucking potential. I'm a golden god in that fucking bedroom, dude.
What the
It's
fuck,
true.
dude?
It's true.
I mean, when you've been practicing with your brother like your whole life, dude, that's
I tell you
That's
what,
what you
man.
That's a
got
lot
brothers
of
for
practice.
in life, dude.
If
a lot of
the,
practice.
Taught me everything I know.
if the fucking stereotype holds true, all right, I'm going to go ahead and say that it does because once upon a time,
You jerked
I
your
met
brother
no,
off.
I met a couple of 'em- I met a couple of my daughter's boyfriends, a couple of them like back to back, and they were homely, and I was like, and dumb, and I was like, kiddo, like, what are you fucking doing? Like, you are smart and beautiful. What are you doing fucking around with these guys?
Are you saying I'm a homely boy?
And she said, she's like, well, I can't. She's like, I don't like to fuck around with any of them that might be smarter than me because I just like to win arguments easy. I don't like to argue. I just like to win. She's like, so I keep them dumb. She's like, and
God
also, she's like, the ugly ones know that they're lucky to get with this, so they do their best fucking work every single time. She's like, so I can be lazy across the board, and I love that.
I was like leaning towards like, God damn, your daughter's diabolical, but at the
She's
same, I get it now. Like,
she's
that's
smart
fucking,
and she's a fucking
How
savage.
could you get it?
I get it, dude. No, I don't know. I don't get it, but like I applaud that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Put in more effort.
yeah. She fucking
Do that
yeah,
work,
man, she's
Like
fucking
the fucking
smart.
ugly ones. I put in hella effort before I got
Bro, that's what the
Bless her
fuck
soul.
I'm
Bless
saying.
her soul, dude. That's,
We can't all be like this motherfucker. Just pretty as shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about,
so
dude?
super cute.
But you do work too.
Yeah, David's hot and Meatball's like, yeah, fucking tell me about it. You know how much work I got to put in?
Her work is just dealing with me, dude.
Which is a lot.
That's not a lot, dude. What the fuck?
I see how you
he would
with
know,
peanut
dude.
butter bars in there, you know. Already ready to evict me.
Somebody that has known me for as long as you have, you're gonna say that I'm a lot. That's fucked up, dog.
He would know, dude.
You're not a lot,
What are you
dog.
talking about?
Thanks, dog. I know.
Not you.
It's like almost 13 years, man.
I can't
2
fucking believe
fucking
it, dude.
years.
I mean, it depends on how you define a lot. Like, if you're defining a lot by what a F-150 can pull, then no, David's not a lot.
Thanks, dog.
Why the fuck would you use a Ford?
Because I saw a Ford commercial recently or some shit. 'Cause, like, honestly, I'm a Dodge guy, so there's that.
Old Dodge tight, new Dodge not tight.
Oh fuck, dude, them fucking the new Rams are so sexy looking.
I'm a Chevy guy.
I've been
Hell yeah.
I've been a Chevy guy my whole fucking life, and I feel like Chevy fell off in the late fucking 90s,
Yeah,
and
but
they've
you ever
never
jerked your
really
boy
quite
off
been
in
able to
front
get
seat
it
of
back
a
together.
But would you
Yeah.
buy a
Yeah.
'90s plus Chevy?
If I was in the market for a truck today and I had whatever and like money wasn't an issue, I would probably get a Dodge diesel. And I don't know, man, the new fucking the last like 3 years Chevy pickups look pretty fucking sexy.
You ever been fucking
But
splitting
whenever I
logs
was
with your
down
boy
buying
and
my
fuck-
car, dude, I saw this fucking like Cincinnati orange fucking Tacoma. That was tight as fuck. It was Cincinnati orange and black all the way around. And like the truck itself was orange, but like all the accents were fucking black. So
okay,
like the fender wells were blacked out, and like the trim pieces around there were blacked out. The bumpers and shit, all the emblems, everything was blacked the fuck out. And I was like, yo, this thing looks sick as shit. And my wife was like, I would fucking leave you if you bought that truck. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I'm like, well, I'm here for the fucking RAV anyway, but god damn.
Like when I think of an orange truck, I think of Homeboy's Dodge at the smoke shop, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
No, it wasn't. Okay, it had, fuck, man. I mean, it was pretty close to that, like, fucking Hemi orange. But it looked good on that fucking.
What?
Tacoma.
the Homeboy Ben showed up in like a brand new Silverado,
Fucking gasser, dog.
fucking tight. The other day, when I was over at Cameron's, and it looks like a fucking Tacoma though, or not a Tacoma. It looks like a Tundra. And so he pulled up, and I read all the badges, everything. I was like, sick Tundra, dog. And this fool literally looks at me and goes, fuck off, and walks it out. Like, all right.
What about you, Corey?
I think for gas trucks, Tacoma all the way.
You've
Some
owned-
Toyota, but
You've
diesel,
traded.
it's always
How many trucks have you traded tattoos for, dude?
6, 7, if not more.
You got to talk to the mic, dog.
All the old Dodges. I like the old Dodges, 77, 76.
Before I moved out here, I gave my truck to my baby sister. My daily driver was a 1983 D100.
Hell yeah.
Fucking loved it. It was root beer and cream. Fuck, it was so sexy.
That's my
so fucking sexy.
That's my fucking worst enemy, dude.
Dude, I love
Root beer
that
and
fucking
cream.
truck. And Sweetness was like, listen, you don't have to get rid of it, but like you do have to figure out how the fuck you're gonna get it to California. She's like, remember. Well, I mean, I guess at that point, I know we had already been out here when I actually gave it to Stephanie, because whenever we first came out here, I just kind of stored it at my buddy's house. And just the regular fucking straight six. That bulletproof fucking Dodge straight six. That was it.
They're pretty good.
My dad, he asked me and my brother if we wanted his Dodge, like before he passed, and I was like, "Fuck no, dude! I don't want that fucking thing." He had like Boy Scout stickers on the back, and then when he'd reverse, it had made that noise.
Yo, that's fucking tight.
I fucking drive that fucking thing, dude. Yeah, oh my god, so fucking embarrassing. I wish
truck.
Yeah, I wish I got to keep the fucking Moo Cow mobile though. That thing was, I fucking love that car.
Didn't you wreck that thing?
I did a hit and run in it.
You know
I
what
just
should
wrecked
do, David?
the front side.
You know what
of
you
it.
should do, bro? You should see if it's available. You should get a Moo Cow tag for your car.
Dude.
Just to rock that shit. It don't even gotta make sense.
I should. I still have the original license plate in my garage too.
You should fucking get a
tight.
Moo Cow fucking tag for your car.
should.
Just to fucking keep mom on the fucking streets.
Yeah.
That'd be tight.
I gotta.
Most people want to keep mom off the streets, but
I fucked it. Yeah. That thing was sick as fuck.
oh, yo,
Remember when we
speaking
posted
of,
your car?
What up?
Remember when we posted your car on Craigslist?
Yeah,
That
fuck
looked
you
cheap.
guys. I had a black 94 Integra, and everybody tried to race me all the time. I'm like, dude, this shit's automatic. Like, why do you even want to race me, right? I love that car. I had it forever. These cocksuckers took a bunch of pictures of it. Wasn't I like when I was tattooing, or was I out of town or some shit?
No, you were tattooing.
I was tattooing. They took a bunch of pictures of my fucking car. They put it on Craigslist. How much do you guys put it up for? Like $1,000?
Yeah, maybe $1,000 if that.
Maybe $900,
That's
$1,000.
fucked up.
All
Put
fucking
the address
day,
and
dude.
shit too.
Oh, dude, put my fucking phone number on there.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
I got called all fucking day.
We're like, need gone ASAP. Like, he was
That's
so
fucking
fucking
guys.
pissed.
oh, dude, that's
I'd be
so
so
grimy. I
fucking
love
mad,
it.
my boy.
Didn't you guys
Right.
saran wrap my car too?
Yeah, Sergio, I think, helped with that.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
One time, me and my boy Sawyer were riding around town. This was when I was living in Tennessee. He has since passed, but we fucking were riding around. We got Sonic, bunch of fucking food and all that shit. We fucking were driving through town because we were just bullshitting. We were ditching. We seen my brother's Camaro parked off at his girlfriend's house. So Sawyer pulls up next to it. He's all, put all over our trash on top of Cody's car or whatever. So we do that. We fucking thrash his car, and then we take off and shit. And then like about an hour and a half later, we fucking get a call from my brother, and he's all, "What are you doing?" I was all, "Fucking just out hanging out with Sawyer and shit." He's all, "That's cool." He's all, "Where you guys at?" He's all, "Where'd you go today?" I was like, we're just fucking hanging out. Dude, we fucking skipped school. We're fucking chilling. We're out by the creek. And he's all, "That's good." He's all, "What'd you have to eat today?" And I was like, what do you fucking mean, dude? I'm eating. I'm good. I'm fed. And he's all, "Went to Sonic?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was all, "Damn, dude. All right, you caught me. Like, how'd you know?" And he fucking he saw this shit, went down to Sonic, and fucking was like, "Dude, someone broke into my car, thrashed my shit, fucking did all this and that, stole my laptop." He's all, "It's got to be this one. Can I look at your security cam?" The kid at the front, I guess, was chill as fuck, and let him look at the security cam. And he sees me and Sawyer parked in the parking lot in his red fucking Dodge, and fucking. He's all, "Those motherfuckers." Calls me up. I was like, "Damn, Cody, you should have been a fucking detective."
Yeah, dude, he went fucking CSI.
He went
on me, bro.
fucking taking on me.
We were
That was crazy.
We were at this spot that we kick it at all the time called the Oyster Bar, and this was back whenever I was young and reckless. And bathroom only had one urinal and one stall, and I was about to piss my pants, and both of those things were taken up. So I just went over to the front door and opened up the front door, and there's this fucking really nice Corvette there. And I was like, fuck it. So I just unzipped and started pissing all over this fucking Corvette.
God
all
damn,
over
such
the
a piece of shit
windshield,
move.
all
That's
over,
so
just
funny.
all over this fucking car.
You're all, "Fuck
Dude,
you,
it
rich
wasn't a
bitch."
fucking convertible, man. I just pissed on the outside of
That's
his
pretty
fucking car.
That's still
It
shitty.
rains every goddamn day in Florida. No big deal.
All right.
And my boy Ryan, was smoking a cigarette in the parking lot, and he comes walking up, and he's like, "Dude, what are you doing?" So, pissing. He's like, "On what?" I was like, "All over this fucking Corvette."
You're all having the best piss of my life right now.
He's like, "Why?" I said, "Well, it ain't mine." He goes, "Whose is it?" I said, "I don't fucking know." And I was like, "I know how to find out, though." And we go inside, and I'm like, "Hey, yo, whoever's got the fucking white Corvette right out front, you left your lights on." And God damn it, if it wasn't this fucking dude that my homegirl Missy knew that was sitting at the fucking table with us.
Oh, no.
I had no idea it was this car. And he was like, "Dude, it's fucking weird. My car was soaking wet, but it ain't raining."
You just like got up on the driver's side window and shit, or you just
No,
fucking...
I just stood at the front of his car and just
Oh,
fucking
Jesus
just
Christ.
sprayed the fucking area.
God damn. He's all working his arc and shit. He's all,
Oh yeah, yeah.
on this shit.
Oh, I'm sure I looked fucking ridiculous. I didn't, and like the parking lot's not that well lit. At least it wasn't back then. And so my boy Ryan was, I don't know, maybe fucking 10 feet behind the car. And so like I'm backlit from the fucking bar. And yeah, so I'm sure I looked
That's a diabolical
absolutely
move on your
ridiculous.
part, dude.
I think there's worse things that you could do.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's true.
Like you could piss inside the fucking car.
My homie Zach used to get so fucked up he would piss in people's laundry. Pissed in his brother's laundry.
We got in a fucking...
He would just fucking wake up from his fucking drunken slumber and just fucking piss. One time he actually came out. We were having a party. He invited this girl over. She was kicking it. He was too drunk to even fucking... He got sent away, pretty much. He got sent to bed. And then he comes back out with no pants, no underwear, nothing. Just a T-shirt like Winnie the Pooh. And comes out and sits next to this girl and puts his arm around her. And my brother Cody's like, "Bro, go put some fucking pants." He's like, "Fuck you, I have pants on." "Fuck you, dude." He's all, "Stop fucking with me." And this
Just
girl's just
fucking
like,
dick
dude,
out.
like, yeah, it's just this little fucking dick popping out. We're like, "Bro, you don't have pants on. Please go back there." And he's all, "Dude, fuck you. Stop fucking with me. I'm going to fucking beat you." Yeah, it's just, he just sat there. Cody had to like pick him up.
I saw my brother get so drunk one time that he walked up to the toilet, lifted the lid, pissed his pants, flushed the toilet, and walked away.
You know, that takes care of that. That takes care of that.
Just full on fucking pissed his pants. He didn't even bother taking his dick out. And then just fucking flushed the
all,
toilet and
that's
walked away.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Dude,
That's tight.
so I guess we could just get into it super quick. Get it over with.
No,
Do
we better
some-
not.
Do some fucking sweet sports
I
talks.
hate
I've been wanting to
sports.
talk. I've been wanting to talk about it for a
dog,
minute.
I don't-
Sports.
Hey, yo, our boys look good this weekend. Your
this
fucking
fucking week.
boys have been looking good all goddamn
Well, I didn't
year.
even notice you guys got the same fucking kind of
I
hat
got
going
a-
right now. Dang,
Like
yeah.
that.
Is that a new edition kind of Sensi hat or what's going on here?
Me and Chris got a little bit drunk, and he bought this for me for my birthday. And what was funny is
It's perfect
Me
because
drunk?
like yours definitely matches you and yours definitely matches you as well.
well, and
What
then
the
like
fuck is going on?
we both had forgotten that it happened because Chris he came in the other day and was like, "Oh yeah, dude, your hat's gonna be here tomorrow," and I was like,
Yeah,
"Bro, I completely fucking forgot we even did that. Thank you so much." It's kind of cool whenever you like get excited about the same thing twice.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
good.
Are there any happy day? No.
Nope.
No happy dads down
I only
there.
grabbed 2 and I already pounded them.
Corey,
No, I'm just gonna
Corey,
drink
can
this
you get
one
me
and then I'm gonna
a?
have sip or two of
Can you
that
get me
whiskey.
a A&W? Thanks, bro.
They're in the bar. There's no more cold ones.
I'm super excited for my.
serious?
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm
Fuck, never mind.
I'm super excited for my boys this year, dude.
Who?
The Preds, dog.
Why,
We're
you
not off
guys-
to a
you
good
guys
start.
just- you guys
Preseason
just-
kind of sucked for us a little bit.
You guys just lost the first game of the
I
season.
know.
Wait a minute. Okay, you switched it up to
They
hockey
lost?
right quick.
Yeah, we were talking
Okay,
about
my
hockey
bad,
for a
my
minute.
bad.
I'm just excited to see my boys fucking do good this year. You know, it's
Can you even name any players on the team yet, or are you still waiting to learn about your shit?
Well, as I see them performing well, I'll like look them up, make sure I know their stats. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
You know, I want to
I
see.
can only name like 3 Sharks players, so it's fine.
I know Josi. What's that? Jossie?
Yossi?
Yossi.
That's my one boy right there.
That's your captain, bro.
That's
you
my
should,
cap.
You should
That's my
know
cap.
your fucking.
Well, I
captain's
didn't want to
name.
I didn't want to pronunciate. Like I'm like a substitute teacher. I
That's
don't want to pronunciate your name wrong,
crazy.
so I'll spell it.
Movie
you
day.
tell me. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah.
The word you're looking for is pronounce, and then
Is
the
it
correct way to say it is pronunciation.
Did I say pronunciate or is it
You said
pron-
pronunciate. I don't want to pronunciate it wrong.
I don't want to pronunciate.
It would be pronounce it wrong.
He put a little twang
pronunciate
to
would
it.
be correct as well. You guys are actually all wrong. So wrong again.
It's
That's
fine.
okay though.
It's
Hey,
fine, dude. It's fine. It's cool.
we'll work around it.
Okay,
You can edit that out.
so you are saying that you just want to just be a bandwagoner to where you're
No,
not
I'm
going
not
to
trying to
learn anything
bandwagon.
about them until they start being good?
I'm not bandwagoning.
That's what you said.
I just see great potential in my boys this year, and
so why don't you learn about them so you know who you're cheering for?
That is what I am doing, David.
How
That's
many
fucking-
preseason
I don't know
games
how
you
else to
watch?
fucking lay it out
That's
for you.
yeah. How many preseason games do you watch?
5. So I mean they did pretty poorly, but it's okay because it's going to be exactly what they need to light that fire under their ass a little bit. You know what I mean? In my philosophy in life is the greatest teacher is public embarrassment.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm facing a little bit of that right now, but I'm going to work through it, dude. I'm going to learn from this.
That's why you thrive at the shop, or what?
Yeah, dude. I'm like, this is
for
okay.
sure.
This is
So
teaching
so
me.
we can
That's
get
why
back.
he's so great
Yeah,
at it. and
we can
never
get back
fucks
into.
anything.
Yeah, he's never fucked.
I try to
anything up.
embarrass him every fucking day a little bit, but like
It doesn't work, dude. I'm like a fucking duck.
We can
Well,
get back
except
into
for I'm trying
hockey.
to
That was
embarrassing
that was the
you.
first lesson you ever taught me was be a duck in this life, dude, and let shit roll off your back. And that's what I do. So anything important you guys ever tell me, it just gets disregarded.
That's not what I heard, dog.
That's what I put.
So we can,
What
yeah,
do
we
you
can
mean,
get
dude?
we
You
can
wanna
get back
lat-
into hockey, but I really want to talk about football so far, dude, because it's just like
dude, them 49ers, I tell you what, dude, like if we in Cincinnati are able to turn it around from here, I will be pulling for my boys deep into the fucking postseason, as it fucking should be, especially when you got the highest paid fucking player in the history of the NFL chucking that motherfucker for you. But if, you know, we have an off season and the Burrow's injury proves to be more persistent than anybody let on, then I'm 100% fucking pulling for a Niners fucking Super Bowl this year.
thanks, dog. I've
Yeah,
been
they're looking good. They're looking good. Against the Cowboys, that first touchdown was so
That
goddamn clean.
that entire game against the Cowboys was a fucking
It was
murder,
an example
dude.
of fucking.
I felt
yeah,
like
that
I was
shit
watching a
so-
goddamn snuff film.
I fucking love dude, like I've never been the type of dude that co-signs like player fandom, right? Like people that are like, oh, I don't really like, I just love Kobe or I just
Oh,
love
yeah.
Tom
Oh, yeah.
Brady. So like I have never fucking been a dude that co-signed that type of shit. But I'm a bit of a fucking Brock Purdy fanboy, man. Like I don't really give a fuck about the 49ers, but like what a underdog fucking Cinderella motherfucker is that guy.
You talking about
And
the
he's
blonde guy
handsome,
with long
too.
hair?
No, that's Kittle.
Oh, okay.
dude.
I don't know shit. Sorry.
No,
You just couldn't even see it fucking coming. He was third string.
Yeah,
you know?
man. Like
last pick of the draft.
Pick, yep.
Last pick of the draft. I mean, I guess the good thing was he played all 4 years of college. So I mean, he had like good experience. But I mean, you just never know. And the Niners have been. We've talked about it. They've been fucking horrible at drafting quarterbacks. Like that's their fucking. That's their
Achilles heel.
thing
Where
for
do
sure.
where do the Niners win the most? Their defense, right? It's like their
Bro,
that's
their
where they-
defense has been nasty for a
it's
while.
literally fucking everything, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Are you talking about this year?
I'm just talking about like in general as
Bro,
far as what
I-
carries them as a
I
team.
literally
What are their
watched-
coaches? How do they set themselves up for success? I guess.
I mean, this year's team is just fucking stacked on both sides of the
it's
ball.
literally fucking stupid.
And every single coach would want their team to be a fucking dual threat. Every single one would want to know that no matter which side of the ball that they're on, they can handle fucking business. And when you're talking about NFL play, everybody is playing at that elite level. So every fucking team should be capable of fucking doing that shit.
Sure, yeah.
And it's like it's a football cliche that offense wins games and defense wins championships. The only time that I have ever like 100% seen that play out in real fucking life was when the Tampa Bay Bucks won in like 2002.
And the Ravens too in 2000.
yeah, the Ravens were
Like those two.
They
Their
had
defense
Ed Reed and Ray
brought them to
Lewis.
the championship.
Well, they had the Bucks had a pick six in that
They had a
Super
nasty
Bowl, which fucking
line,
put them over the top. Yeah, they like that's one of those things where it's been rare that I've actually like seen it. But fucking San Francisco, god damn, they just look perfect pretty much on either side of the fucking ball.
Yeah, they have Pro Bowl players on both sides, on defense and offense. And I mean, I would I would go to say that they're way more stacked than their Super Bowl team they went against Kansas City. Way more stacked than the 2012 team for sure.
But they've managed to bring themselves to
Way
the
more
fucking
stacked.
to that level, right? Where
Oh, yeah.
they're almost like they're going to the Super Bowl. They're almost like.
And what's
fucking-
crazy is the Niners were so terrible after Steve Mariucci, and then Jim Harbaugh comes, and then they're just a fucking powerhouse. Then he gets let go for some dumb shit, and then we were fucking horrible again. Like
What year did you were talking about that last coach? What year was that around?
Mariucci,
Yeah.
I think Mariucci stopped in early to mid 2000s.
Okay.
Mariucci was the coach after George Seifert. But I mean, in 2015, I'm sure I've told you guys this. In 2015, the Niners were ranked the worst sports franchise in all of sports, whether it was football, basketball, baseball, and
But
hockey.
it's not that way right now, though. Huh?
No, but
So
that's just
what turned
crazy.
it
That's
around for them,
crazy
though?
to see. Like
The Harbaugh era probably turned it around. Like,
What's that though? For someone that doesn't know, like
okay,
myself.
That's
so
the coach's
yeah,
name.
the coach Jim Harbaugh.
Okay.
He came in and kind of changed, at least in my opinion, changed like the identity of the team.
Okay. Yeah.
And you got like the Niners had like kind of trash. I fuck with Alex Smith, so like I won't be a hater, but like that fool came in and just redid the entire system,
Yeah.
pretty much, and like made them a fun team to watch.
and then he left.
That's
And then we
everything
were
that
put up. We had to go through bullshit again for a couple years, and then Kyle Shanahan comes along, and then that was a wrap, dude. Because we got John Lynch, and then next thing you know, we're drafting solid. We're getting solid ass fucking players, signing them to big contracts. But the problem that's always been has been the quarterback. The Niners haven't had a fucking solid fucking quarterback since Steve Young. I mean, Jeff Garcia was all right. Alex Smith was pretty good.
Cap showed some promise for a little
Yeah,
while there.
Kaepernick, like that first year Kaepernick played, nobody could stop that fool
Yeah,
because
he
they didn't
was
know
doing
how to.
hella good.
It was crazy.
What fucking stopped that fool from being like
Being a jackass and
Neither-
doing that whole shit?
Yeah,
His
pull-
controversy.
tell him that
fucking
the NFL is like slavery and they're slaves, and now he's
Yeah.
like begging
So
to get a
all
job
that
in it.
controversy is what destroyed his career. It wasn't
it
the
basically
matter if he could play or
blackballed
not.
Yeah.
From,
Damn, that's crazy.
Like kid could fucking play, but also
Why does that even impact?
But you also come in one fucking year and you tear it up, and this is how every NFL season is. You come in 1 year, you fucking tear it up, and then every team has 16 games of film to fucking watch on you.
Yeah.
And they know exactly like, oh, like defense breaks down, he's going to boot to the right.
Oh, yeah, I
That
see what you're saying.
linebacker, the outside linebacker fucking pushes.
So they
like,
snuffed him.
The
'Cause
last
they already knew what he-
season that
they already knew what he was
his
gonna do.
last season he was trash.
Oh.
Trash.
He was garbage.
They
So
just
it's
knew what
not
he
it's
was
not
gonna
even too surprising that he hasn't been picked up. But I mean, when you're working for a business and you straight up make a commercial saying that the NFL is just like slave owners and they're on a plantation and all this crazy shit, and say the NFL is basically like modern day slavery, and then now.
But you're taking yourself away from the game when you get into shit like that.
But that's
talking
what I'm
about-
saying.
I'm talking about, isn't the
Yeah.
quarterback supposed to be like the most intelligent player on the fucking field at the point? At that point, right? They're
No,
supposed to be like
I think that they just
did
didn't
he
want
just
as
outgrow
a
his game?
They,
Or, like,
no, he just he started
You
dating.
might find out if you let somebody fucking finish
My
what
bad.
they're saying to you.
my
they-
bad, my-
he started dating a chick, and then he started getting onto that stuff that had nothing to do with football, and then it started going downhill from there to where everybody was like, hey man, this is a business and we don't want you representing us or whatever, and he's really talented, but nobody wants him back, and now he keeps like writing letters. Like he's been training like every fucking year to make a comeback, and everybody's like,
Well-
no, sorry, like we
Well,
don't
yeah,
want
it's.
to.
I mean, to me now it comes off as that's how you get your name in the headline.
Yeah.
and like that's it. Like the Jets, he wrote a letter and then he like revoked it like a couple fucking like
Yeah.
2 weeks later or some shit. Just like Cam Newton. Cam Newton basically told them like, hey yo, I'm not gonna play on some like veteran minimum like
For $5 million or
5
some
mil,
bullshit?
like fucking.
And he's like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Like, bro, that's $5 million
That's
fucking
$5
dollars.
million fucking dollars.
Dude, you can take that $5 million, which is way fucking more than most regular everyday people are ever gonna fucking see. So that's just the $5 million that you're getting at the end for a team to basically. A team throwing you $5 million to show up and play is, especially whenever you're somebody like Cam Newton, is almost like the equivalent of, I had a really good day at work. This lady holding the sign with her fucking kids actually looks broke. I'm going to go ahead and toss her $40. So, like, these people got $5 million is not shit to them. Yeah. But if you can get your fucking head out of your own ass, put your ego to bed for a minute, you can come in, you can play that, take that $5 fucking mil and live the rest of your life worry fucking free. But you're going to be doing it in a Honda, in a regular ass fucking house in like Coffee Park, like where we are right now. And you're just going to be fucking living like the rest of us, but you're not going to have to work nearly as fucking hard. So, like, just take your fucking $5 million and shut the fuck up and just be an American. Be a regular ass American like every fucking buddy else.
And I mean, what happens, I mean, if he doesn't even play, too? You're getting $5 million to sit on the sideline? Like, fucking do it, dude. Dude, no fucking questions asked. And it's like, whatever happened to just wanting, like, you're getting paid $5 million to play football, just $5 million, which is basically nothing compared to what they get paid. But still, that's fucking
so that $5
crazy,
million is
dude.
low for those kind. Like,
Oh,
very
it's
low.
nothing. It's
very
nothing.
low
It's
for the
nothing,
NFL.
dude.
right on.
Very,
So,
very low.
but in that sense, it's like that guy fucking worked his whole life to be the most excellent and to get to that point. So maybe he felt like
But he wasn't the most excellent. He doesn't have no fucking rings.
Okay, all right,
Yeah, he wasn't the most excellent.
No.
He's just a good quarterback.
for
Yeah.
sure.
So
He
like,
has a
yeah,
huge-
dude, like
he-
you can't fucking show up and demand the world on a fucking platter when
Magic
you
Johnson
haven't.
also said no to Nike, dude, and fucking went with Adidas. You know what I mean? He fucking felt like he was like, there's something better out there.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't,
with, like,
you
with that
can't be
type of
turning down
shit.
money when you haven't won anything, dude.
No.
Yeah, no.
You have no basis to stand on that shit.
Like I know Cam has a way better like platform to stand on over Cap only because like Homeboy won MVP. They did not win the Super Bowl, I believe. They
Corey, you remember that super awesome Super Bowl party we had at the shop?
Oh man.
We closed the shop, the Super Bowl against the Ravens, closed the shop. Everybody was Niner fans, and fuck, dude.
I think that Cam Newton Super Bowl was the first time I tried Xanax.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I fucking time warped. All of a sudden, it wasn't that day anymore.
No, I tattooed and I went to this fucking bar. And then literally my homeboy was like, "Hey, yo, you want one of these?" I was like, "All right," and drank on it. And then basically that was the night we fucking tattooed, and I used that rotary for the first time. And
On
I
my
fucking
leg?
on your leg.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, because David was gonna leave the next day, and I got this little fucking direct drive. I was like, "Yo, let me try that." And this fool hits me up. He's like, "Yo, this thing bled for 3 days." Like,
God damn.
Yo.
Please don't drink
He
on
was
Xanax,
chiseling
kids.
in me, dude.
Yeah.
That's
do
how
what
he's
you
packing the
want.
Don't
pillar.
drink. That's how I lost my homie, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Jabbing it.
But, yeah, and you
bro, it was
cocksuckers
bad.
that night after the Super Bowl, you guys just left me there.
No.
And that fucking walk-in showed up that wanted that huge piece on his side, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I played arena football for San Jose." And I was like, "That's sick."
Yeah.
And then I was there for like 3 more hours after that, and you guys just bailed. And then he tipped me on like $10 gambling fucking chips or whatever he got for me. He gave me poker chips for a tip, dude.
yeah, dude.
And I was there by myself, and the TVs were still on. Nobody turned them off, and I just had to sit there for hours hearing about Joe Flacco, Anquan Bolden, and how the fucking this and that. I was fucking pissed, dude.
With beer still running down the wall.
Oh yeah, beer was
Was
all over the
Steve
walls.
Smith on that team? I think he came after.
Yeah, I think. he
Yeah.
came after.
Yeah, I had to tattoo an NFL player, and he came in just like random ass walk-in shit. He was a fucking offensive lineman. He's like, "Yeah, bro, I've been on Hard Knocks. I've been on this, blah blah blah."
What shop was this at?
When I worked at Wine Country Body Art
Fuck.
Oh shit.
up in Windsor, and
What the
yeah, I got fired from my apprenticeship, and then my mentor basically hit this dude up and was like, "Hey, yo."
Take my apprentice.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, yo, I have this kid. He's like kind of there, but not really there. Like, help him out." And then I went there. This fool walked in there like, who's down to stay late? Me. And this fool just can be like, "Yo, you're my N-word, right?" And like trying to do like the like slap the fucking ass. He was like Samoan or like Islander type shit. Slap my ass, but I wasn't tall enough. He would hit me in the lower back. I'm like, "Bro, you gotta stop doing that shit."
That hurts.
Yeah, so I had to
Hit me
go.
on my ass, you fucking
Yeah,
amateur.
so I had to go buy a couple bottles of Patron, a 30 rack of fucking Coors Light, and like some other shit for him. We get back, we're tattooing this like Tongan fucking design. And I'm like, "Dude, I don't believe you're in the NFL, like at all." And he goes, "Yeah," pulls out the NFL PA card. what does that do? He's like, I don't know, getting you in the strip clubs first. I'm like, oh, word, all right. And then come to find out, he's like super local, fucking plays basketball at the rec, like all this shit. I'm pretty sure I follow Ethel on Instagram. He got that shit covered up hella quick.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it got me all fucked up, bro. And then, I was like, I don't know what to do. Like,
Not your fame ticket.
no.
I've never tattooed a celebrity. I've tattooed a couple porn stars,
Ooh.
but I never tattooed like a
That is a
like
celebrity.
legit
Did
celebrity.
they did trade for trade?
No, no.
Have you guys ever had somebody fucking offer some fucking crazy sexual favors for some tattoos? I just feel like that's like that does not happen
It doesn't
nowadays. Maybe
No, nowadays it doesn't. It was because tattoo shops turned into a fucking hair salon, man. They used to be so cool.
just
They used to
fucking
be so cool.
outlaw cool. Yeah,
Like,
man.
Studios.
okay, like so much of the shit that used to make it rad was like for me anyway. What used to make like the lean and shitty times easier to deal with, because it's like, who the fuck gets to live like this? Like, legitimately, who gets to live like this? Nowadays, it's like every fucking barber, every nail tech. Like,
I feel like if a stripper or a
everybody.
fucking porn star came into our shop now, they'd try to leave as fast as they
I
could.
feel
Like,
so
they were,
bad.
like, in a church, like,
Dude,
they're just
you
like,
and Molly are coming up in like the wackest,
probably
fucking
the
time.
wackest time.
The fucking wackest.
It is what you make it, dog.
There were times. There were times, especially like earlier in my career, and like times whenever I was like single, that like people would put it out there like that, and I would be like, "Yo, check it out,"
Yeah.
and they'd pay for their fucking tattoo and then suck my dick anyway.
oh shit, that's what's up. Because I like that, dude. They like that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, and like I was never a creep, you know. Like I would wait for them. I was the
For
dude,
sure, but
like,
it's not. I'm not
I
saying
wait
like,
for them to open the fucking
being
door
offered
and
is
then
not-
I'll
yeah.
slide through.
Exactly.
But it's like, you know, like, hey, what's good? And it's like, yo, check it out. Like, you're gonna pay for your fucking tattoo, but like, we can totally go have a drink or two afterwards. Like, I ain't got nothing going on. I'm fucking single. I ain't got nobody to go home to. Like, what's good?
like a perfect gentleman. dude.
And
That's
then
how
you
it goes.
fucking go out and you have some drinks, and next thing you know, it's fucking popping off.
You guys
And,
are
like that was like a regular fucking occurrence. And now, and like a lot of the times, and you know what, probably even back then too, it's just like things like work out different now.
It was a little bit more like authentic back then.
No,
you
I can
think?
say with 100% certainty, I have never, ever fucking ever sexually assaulted anybody.
Yeah.
I cannot say with 100% certainty that there are not people out there that regret fucking around with me.
That's I mean,
You know what I
those are-
mean? Like in the
that's a
fucking
good distinction, but yeah,
like
for
in the
sure.
heat of the moment, because like we've all done that.
'Cause you
At least
know
I
that you
think like
got,
you
like-
wake up and you're like, oh fuck, man, I can't believe I did that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
I've walked
But,
out of
like,
a girl's house before being
nowadays-
like, what the fuck did I just? do?
Nowadays, if somebody feels bad about it, then like that gets equated with, ooh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Like maybe I got taken advantage of.
Yeah,
But
it
like
has
back then,
become that.
none of that was going on. It was just
No.
like, oh shit, man, I shouldn't have sucked that fucking dick. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
whatever,
Fucked
won't do
up.
that again. And you know
It's
what? You
scary.
knew.
Dude, I'll tell you though, it is scary for like my generation with that. Like I'm much more hesitant as far as like being the male aggressor,
as you
female
dude. I
oppressor,
mean,
dude. Like it's fucking. You have to be careful out here, like, cause I mean, as wild as you want to be or whatever, it's like you have to be careful, cause if like, obviously consent is the fucking biggest aspect of any sort of sexual fucking
Right, but,
interaction.
like,
But like,
just
if-
because
with
you
the
get,
idea that you could eventually be called upon because that girl or that person regretted that shit is like scary as
and
fuck.
for you
dude.
for sure, because like they sober up and they're like,
dude, I
he
fucking
was
fucked-
better looking when I went
Shut
to
up,
bed.
dude.
And then they wake up and they're like, God fucking damn it, dude. Like, I
No,
hope nobody
you just-
sees
yeah,
me taking this
especially
walk of fucking
especially now,
shame.
dude. You gotta be fucking
You gotta
careful.
be conscious as fuck about what you're
They,
doing.
you
dude.
could say something wrong to them, and they could be like, "Man, fuck Tyler, I'm gonna ruin
Honestly,
his life
dude,
right now."
Like,
And then next day, they're saying that you fucking tried fucking gang raping and all
There
this
was
crazy shit.
all that shit.
I'm gonna absolve myself from any guilt in this situation. So I'm gonna like, I heard from a friend that this happened one time, that they were getting ready to go down on a girl, and got hit in the fucking face with some shit, and changed their mind, and homegirl was like, "Yo, like what happened?" And so my friend wiped their hand on their pussy and then put that in their face and said, "Would you eat that?" Nowadays, like that's embarrassing and that sucks. and like you should probably like check your hygiene or whatever. And who knows what the fuck was
I
going
think
on?
there's probably a better way to go
imbalance?
about that. Just be like, hey, I'm just not feeling it right now. No, just
But
dance
like
around it.
you could, you know what I mean? Like nowadays, somebody might be like, "Oh fuck you, that's assault."
It's all that
You
low.
know?
It's
No.
all that low T, dog. It's just getting less and less.
Is that what it is, dude?
Now
Men
you're
aren't-
gonna
men aren't men no more.
5 years from now, you're gonna be fucking asking if it's okay to go potty in the fucking public bathroom, dude.
Well, there was a lot like okay,
Nope,
like
not. No,
to be
but
like to be circumspect about.
I don't think
this.
it's
To be circumspect about this. There are a lot of fucking really shitty dudes out there.
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like dudes that won't fucking take no for
That's
an
what I was
answer,
gonna say. It's
that
not all
will make you
bad.
fucking feel guilty, that will do all of this fucking backhanded and ratchet ass shit to just try to get their fucking dick sucked or to get some pussy.
yeah.
They fucking suck. I hate them.
That's manipulation at that point.
It is, yeah, no, it totally is. Well, and there's like that's like this whole different fucking thing because like there's constant manipulation that goes on all the fucking time. Most of it's harmless, like, and for the most part, it's fine. But like that, like take that off the fucking board.
Okay.
Like not necessarily the manipulation. It's being the like real fucking pushy and like shitty about it, not knowing when to take no for a fucking answer, like those types of things. And I always had like the fucking attitude of like, oh dude, like not all of us, dude. Like I don't fucking do that shit. And then like Sweetness shared some stories with me about stuff that she's been through in the past, and I'm pretty sure every fucking girl has those stories. And the thing about them is where it's like we as dudes could all share stories too, but I think the common fucking thread there that ties the female stories together and makes them different from ours is I could tell you a bunch of stories about a bunch of people that I probably should have never had sex with and did anyway, but in none of them was I scared.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was never,
for sure.
I was
That is
never,
the
I was
distinction,
never
right?
afraid
Yeah.
of what might happen if I really stood my fucking ground. And I think like a lot of the times with chicks, that does kind of tie it together. And I think that fear adds a different layer to it. That's kind of hard for us to understand.
Totally.
Because
Totally,
like even
but-
you, like dude, you're not a huge fucking dude. You're like an average fucking sized guy. Have you ever been fucking scared to walk up to your house if the porch lights weren't on, or to take an alley anywhere ever?
Alley, maybe. Yeah. I watch
Yeah,
my
there's
back.
been
I
there's
watch my
been
back.
some times for sure. I mean, because the thing is too,
But not,
is like,
not in the sense of to be taken in
yeah.
that sense. You know what I mean?
well, not
It's
taken,
more just like
but
confrontation.
robbed and stabbed.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Some
shot.
Bad's bad. Like no matter
Well,
what the fucking
yeah,
bad
I mean,
thing is.
you know, I think all of us has been.
But I
have
was
been
always
through
taught,
some
even by my
fucking-
pops, like always have a knife on you, always be watching over your shoulder when you're fucking in a dark.
The reason why I ask that is because I never have been, and I brought that up to my wife one time because I would turn the porch light off whenever I was leaving to go to work in the morning.
Keep going.
And
I
I
gotta piss.
always thought that it's just because I was leaving the porch light on from the night before. And Sweetness one day was like, dude, stop fucking turning the porch light off. I'm like, why? And she's like, well, because I get home after dark. And I'm like, oh, like, okay. And she was like, dude, it's fucking scary for me to walk up to my house when the porch light's not on. Like, you don't know who's hiding in the bushes doing what, getting ready to, just waiting for you to unlock that door.
Yeah, for sure. Your back's turned.
And
all that shit.
there was another time where we had gone out. We had got our eyebrows microbladed and then went and had some drinks. And by the time we were done, the sun had gone down, and we were walking back to the car. And we could have walked around the whole block, which was a pretty considerable ways, or we could cut through this alley. And I was like, oh, come on. And we just cut through the fucking alley. And Sweetness was like, dude, man, like, that's so nice. It's so fucking nice when you're here. We can just kind of go wherever. And I'm like, why wouldn't you do that anyway? And she's like, cuz, dude, like, you don't do that shit as a girl. And it occurred to me that, and she said it's because I was like, yo, like, that never crossed my fucking mind. And she was like, well, yeah, you're a dude.
yeah.
And
How
and then
lucky-
I thought,
how
like,
lucky,
oh, it's because
yeah.
I'm big. I was like, oh, like, 'cause I'm fucking huge? And she's like, no, it's because you're a guy. Like, guys don't really have to worry about that shit like chicks do. So, like, I can understand, like to reel back to, like, what got us on this topic.
Yeah, I
is,
was
like,
gonna
I
say,
can
like-
understand where we get more of a fucking bad rap for shit that other dudes perpetrate. I can understand it, but I'm still like, man, that ain't fucking fair, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, that shit sucks, man. Like you can regret fucking me, but man, don't say that you didn't want to, because like in that moment you did.
Like I said, like it was scary out here. It's not scary. It's more like it's taught me to be more like conscientious of like what I'm doing and how I'm doing it in that kind of sense. Like I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm out here trying to cause harm or anything like that. It's just. And that's where I'm like, it's not completely a bad thing that like this whole like cancel culture came to be about, because it probably
cancel culture is bullshit. But Me Too, that needed to
needed to happen. Where it's just like, as men, we need to be a little bit more conscientious of how we're acting. You know what I mean?
Well,
and
like don't be so motherfucking greedy. And like one of the fucking things that like blows my fucking mind is like, there's like this attitude, and I know that like 97 fucking % of the dudes that I've talked to that have this attitude is like, it's jokes where you're like, oh man, any port in a storm. And it's like, oh yeah, if you're going through a dry spell, you'll kind of like take whatever. But it's like, man, have you ever like been to a like happening fucking port where like shit's like popping off and it's like a fucking party, like a port in like Cancun versus like a fucking,
there's
versus like one of them like
shit.
shitty fucking ports in like Jacksonville or something. Like, dude, if the port's excited for the fucking boat to be there, you'll ride out a couple fucking storms. Mm-hmm. You're like, no, I'm fucking good on this shit. I'm
staying here for a week.
Yeah, I can ride out this hurricane, man. No big deal.
Hell yeah.
I am definitely like guilty of like where I would be that dude who would be like walking home, and every fucking street corner I passed, like I'm like mugging it basically.
Yeah.
You know, like, but that's my worrisome mind of being like, yo, some fool's gonna see me and be like, all right. And I have this like horrible fucking fear of going out a victim, where it's like, I'll never fucking do that, dude. Fuck no.
That's what. Yeah.
And but honestly, after doing like jits for a little bit, like I was like,
you feel a little bit more confident moving about.
But also in that aspect, I had my ex, when we lived together, she was on vacation. I had left the house, but we had a fucking security camera, and I left to go fucking do some degenerate shit. And some dude walked up to fucking my door and knocked on it and was like, hey, yo, I know he ain't home. Whatever. And that was like that was the first time I was like, what the fuck? I was waiting outside of our friend's house, and I was like, I'm going home right now. So I called said friend. I was like, hey, yo, meet me at my house. Fuck that. Like, I'll meet you back.
It's time to ride.
So I rolled over there, hopped out of my car, and our friend literally was like, dog, I thought you were going to kill me the way you hopped out of your car, because you were like on a mission. I was like,
where did fucking perpetrator go, dude?
I have no idea.
That's scary
I
shit.
saw him walk, and so I cleared my whole backyard, my whole back alley, my whole front yard, and I was like, yep.
Dude, even with my ex, I had to like give her like, because like my dad's always taught us to be like just hyper vigilant, because you don't want to go out like a victim.
Well,
you know what I mean? If you're not watching your back, you will be a victim. Yeah. And it's like, even like dating my ex, like she's from Sebastopol, this little hippie girl, has like the greatest like outlook on people in life and shit. But I was like, but you need to be locking your car door. You need to be fucking, watching your back when you're pumping gas. Like this life is not fucking as pretty and glamorous as you want it to be, dude.
I mean, yeah, you can lock your car door if you got anything in there worth stealing. I've had plenty of fucking vehicles where I never locked the fucking doors. There wasn't shit in there. Now, okay.
Lock your car door when you're driving, though, even. You know what I mean? Like,
when
that's
driving.
Just little details like that. They're going to get you fucking caught.
Like my mom and my kid brother had some shit happen in the city where, like, my mom's that lady who, like, she gets home, she locks the door.
I forget sometimes that I come from a place where, like, carjackings only happen, like, far away from you.
So it wasn't so much a carjacking, but homeboy basically walked over and was like, damn, girl, what's up? And tried to, like, open my mom's door.
Open doors and shit,
And my kid brother was like, I don't know what to do. He's like, bro, I, like, froze. Like, I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, kids, it's fucking scary.
Yeah, it's scary as fuck. And then homeboy was, like, pounding on my mom's hood, like, doing all this fucking crazy shit. And, like, I'm glad in the moment that my mom's that lady who fucking, like, every time she got home, our door was always locked. It didn't fucking matter. And that's, like, I kind of follow suit in that, but it's not, like, that's just the way I was raised. Like, the door should be locked at all times,
But my dad also at the same time was, like, someone who would just let, like, homeless people use the bathroom in his house and shit like that. But he was vigilant on locking all of his shit up. I've woken up to my dad looking out the blind, seeing who was walking through his yard and shit at night. Just aware of your surroundings is different than just being like paranoid or whatever. You don't want to fucking fall victim to someone's fucking ill intentions and shit like that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I'm not sure how much of like that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
Especially when you got
I'm not paranoid. I'm not hyper vigilant all the time, but like, dude, it's gonna be a motherfucker of a day for you if you think that like I'm the one.
But you're not the one though, because you are bigger in that sense too. Even as a dude, like nobody's gonna really fucking approach you and think they're gonna have like easy pickings. You know what I mean?
I had a moment where like it was clear to me that I guess have like a fucking privilege of being a big motherfucker. And also thank you to all of my white forefathers for giving us the reputation that white people are crazy.
Hell yeah.
Because there was a fight outside of this bar one night, and one dude had knocked another guy the fuck out. And it was just like one punch, homeboy was fucking done. And me and Sweetness were walking up towards the bar, and she was like, yo, hold back. And I'm like, no, we ain't got to hold back. Everything's fine. We're just
we're
going
good
right
here,
there.
yeah.
And dude was all fucking bowed up, big as shit, and like walking towards me like on a fucking mission. And he got about 20 yards away from us. And I was like, hey, you don't want to do that, bro. And he fucking just made an abrupt right-hand turn and went
Changed
down
his
the
whole
fucking
trajectory.
alley.
yeah. He's like, you're right.
Yeah, it's like, yo, man, like, one, like, you don't know me. Two, I got my wife right here. Three, I'm still fucking sober. Like, we're just showing up to the bar.
Yeah.
And so, like, part of my confidence was probably, like, I knew that I had those things in my favor, especially the fucking sober.
But that's
and, like,
you
calm
being
thing.
aware, because if you were
Well,
anybody
I'm fucking
else, you would
sober,
walk up on
and
that.
I wasn't just in a fight. So, like, I'm not dealing with adrenaline coursing through my veins and shit. Like, I am in the perfect position to make clear-headed decisions.
For sure.
Mindset right there.
For sure.
And-
But being that said, the only reason that went the way it was is because of who you are in that situation. If there was another person to approach that situation and they weren't as sure of themselves,
Some of it's
it might have been
probably
a
because I'm
problem.
6'3" and 260
That's what I'm
pounds.
saying. Yeah, where you're just like,
Like nobody
once they hear the
looks
bass in your
at
voice,
that
yeah.
motherfucker
Yeah.
and thinks we could kidnap him.
yeah,
you
he's
know,
just
like
like, well, that's good for you.
big old fucking corn-fed redneck.
That's why when people kidnap people, they don't just do it one-on-one. You're going to have like 12 dudes on you just throwing your
dude,
Oh
ass
yeah, if
into
I
a
was gonna
van.
kidnap Dan, dude, it'd be a whole fucking posse. on
I
your
used
ass.
to make jokes about that, especially like whenever I was tattooing like small girls. I'd be like, man, you'd be easy to fucking kidnap. And I said that one time
What
to this
the
chick.
fuck?
She was like probably like 4'11" and maybe 98 pounds. And she was like, yeah, I'd be easy to kidnap, but it'd also be way easier for me to escape. Once they got you, you're fucked. And I was like, God damn, you're right. Like, I ain't getting out of shit. Like, once they got me, I'm done.
Right?
She's like, just because they catch me doesn't mean I'm fucking done for, man. Like, I still have hope. Once they got you, you're fucking dead. And I was like, you right. I ain't crawling through shit. I ain't escaping out no fucking windows.
No,
Like,
we're going to fit.
Since day one that I've met Corey and like got to know him, I've always told him, I was like, bro, we're not going to fight. Like, I'm not fighting you. I'm not that fucking stupid. I was like, if something happens that serious, I'm just going to shoot you. And that's just how that's fucking how that's going. Yeah, or I'm going to run your ass over with my car.
and Corey was like, you know what?
Intimidated like off the bat instead of getting to know me.
Bro, it's not being intimidated. It's I fucking know everything about you. And no, dude. I'm so cool off that shit. I'm not going to get a fucking lifelong brain injury from fighting you. I'm shooting your ass.
Y'all ever been hit by a car?
Nope.
It's one of the scariest fucking things that could ever happen. I got hit by a car one time, and it was on purpose, and it was motherfucking terrifying. And it was my cousin's ex-boyfriend. She came home with a couple of black eyes, and we went down there to get them. And my cousin bitched out, and not the female cousin, her brother. And so I handled business by myself. And, dude, as I was walking across the parking lot, like looking for the fucking getaway car, homeboy had made it. So I didn't beat him bad enough because he got to his car before I got to the fucking ride. And it didn't matter because the ride was fucking gone because they got cold feet. And that fucking dude hit me with his car, and it was a brand new, I think like 2001 or 2002 Camaro. And when he hit me, thank fucking God it was that low to the ground because I couldn't roll under it. The only place to go was up. So I dented his whole hood in, shattered his fucking windshield, and knocked the driver's side view mirror off the car. And he came over and commenced to doing a fucking WWE stomp out on me and was just kicking the fuck out of me. And the whole time going, look at you now, motherfucker. Look at you now, bitch. And I went, look at your car. He hit my ass one time, and I probably did fucking 7 G's worth of fucking damage to his car.
Dude.
And that was back whenever I was a big old boy, so I was probably like 340 pounds at that fucking time. It was like hitting a goddamn bear.
Yeah,
I fucked his car up.
Totaled it out.
I spent a couple days in the fucking hospital, but when that shit first hit me, I was like, oh my God, this is how I fucking die. Like, this is how I die. Fuck, I never would have thought. Who would have thought, 2 hours ago when my cousin came home with black eyes that I got to exit through the fucking veil tonight.
Did you think he was going to back up or drive back over you?
No, like there was no way I was fitting under that car. He would have had to hit me going pretty fucking fast, and I'm not sure that. I mean, he hit me going pretty fucking fast in the first place, and those things don't take long to pick up speed. I'm not sure why I didn't think that, but no, that didn't cross my mind.
I think that would have crossed mine.
Especially because he got out and just started kicking the fuck out of me, dude. And he was lighting me up too. Like I was fucked up. I had a collapsed lung, like 6 broke ribs, fucking broken clavicle. Like dude fucked me up real good, but his car was real fucked up.
Fuck.
Dude, so kind of on the subject, but Corey, can you tell us how old you were when you got arrested for the first time?
10 years old.
God
10?
damn, dog, what the fuck?
Did you
Yeah, I
call the
tried to
fucking
blow-
cops on the priest and he flipped it around on you?
No, I tried to blow up my principal's truck. We got expelled from school, me and my buddy Daniel Montoya, so we were throwing lit matches in the gas tank. And she had just filled it up, so before they had the flap, so you could see it in the neck of it. So we're throwing it in there, it'll flare up, and then it went out.
Yeah, well,
did that
especially
one
because if the gas was all the way up into the neck, it was just burning off the fumes and then putting
that
out the
was it.
fire.
And we thought we'd just walk away or catch on fire and just blow up.
Like in a fucking
Yo.
movie.
Yeah, like a diehard fucking.
Yo, you should switch Tyler's spot so
I
people
got
can
pissed
hear this
right,
shit.
I'll be right fucking back. Hey, yo,
Tyler-
Meatball, were there any more Trulies down there or not?
There's a bunch in the beer fridge.
What?
Hey, yo, Tyler, you downstairs?
Tyler!
Grab some fucking coffee,
Dude, people need to fucking hear your shit, and Tyler can hold the fucking mic for a little bit.
Tyler got fucking kicked the fuck out, dude. Corey, you want to stay on the podcast every week?
David already evicted me. So,
I did.
He's done that to me like 9 times, dude. You're fine.
yeah, I'm supposed to be.
Just
gone
tell
by
him.
Saturday.
Just tell him squatters' rights.
He already talked about that, dude, the other night. He's like, I'm just
get
gonna
more than
fucking,
30
Yeah.
days in.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
fuck
squat,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I'm not ready to fucking go.
Yeah, I got to get more than 30 days in. He said I got to be out by Saturday, Sunday. He's like, you already wore your welcome out.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, replace the peanut butter bars, bro. You might be in the good.
I did. And I'm still
No,
out.
he wants a Costco box, dude.
Dude, I want fucking
My
lifetime
first
supply.
police run-in was at 14. God damn, Kate.
How am I supposed to broadcast?
Yo, you can tell there's a lot of fucking ill tummies in this house right now because the inside of that toilet bowl looked like a goddamn Dalmatian.
All from Chris.
The inside of that toilet bowl looks like a fucking crater from fucking
shit was
Saving
spectacular.
Private Ryan. dog.
Horrible.
So I moved
Fuck you, Corey.
Yeah, fuck you, Corey. I moved Corey so people could hear him because he's not even fucking talking into the mic.
I wanted
So you were 10 years old.
I was 10 years
the
old.
first time you got arrested.
Yeah.
And what did you do?
Tried blowing up my principal's truck with some matches. Me and my buddy Daniel Montoya.
You went for the
She
gas tank.
expelled
Huh?
us. Yeah.
So how did you try to blow it up?
Throwing lit matches in the gas tank. Just one at a time and it wouldn't go. The gas was right there so you could see it in the neck. And we're like, fuck, it ain't going. And my buddy left a watch over there. We thought it was a Rolex, obviously. So we're like, we got to go back and get it. And the cops were there. So they see me look around the corner and they're like, come here, fucker. they chased me through my grandma's house, and at that time, she thought I was innocent. And
She threw a chop block, dude.
Grandmas
Wrong
always
boy,
think
dude.
you're
You got the
innocent
wrong-
at first. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got the
she
wrong
came out
one.
ready to throw hands with the cops.
R.I.P. Grab.
R.I.P.
She looked at me, and I was like, I didn't do shit. But she seen like the whole lie on me, so she went in the house, came out, and beat me up. They took me to jail 3 days, and then I walked up and down the alley for like a week collecting cans to pay my fucking juvie bill, and I never got out probation since then. And, well, until now,
How old are you now?
36.
Congrats.
So,
Now you're
so
off.
first time was at 10. And how many times have you been arrested since before you were 18?
55. And then went to prison twice after that.
That's a bad criminal.
I believe they call it a career criminal.
Yeah, that's
No.
No, that's why I gave it up, because I wasn't good at the career.
Yeah.
I got caught every time.
Career criminals are the ones
They
that
stay
are
out of
fucking
fucking
working on goddamn Wall Street and ain't never been to
Fucking
jail
amen.
once.
They build unions and
Dude,
Yeah,
so,
they ain't never been to jail one
I've
fucking
seen
time.
the Wolf of Wall Street, dog.
Jesus Christ.
so what happened? What happened in high school? You stole some shit from the football team. You should tell them about that.
Yeah, we were trying to get to a party, so we walked by the school. Everybody was out in the desert, and we seen the van sitting there. It was an equipment van for the football team. And it was cold as fuck outside, so we jumped in it just to get warm real quick. And I was like, man, it's pretty warm in here. Like, somebody already drove it. And in the ashtray, sure enough, the keys were there. So my buddy Adam Valdez and me, I was like, fucking let's take this up there. So we mobbed it up to the fucking party, wrecked it, and then the fucking sheriff's son was there. So obviously we tried to destroy evidence and catch that on fire too.
Oh, he was part of the party?
Yeah, he was at the party. So
He was at the party, not the crime, though.
So you fucking lit the football team's equipment van on fire.
well, after we fucking burned all the equipment under the tires to get out, get unstuck. So we're trying to light up, get it to blow up, and it never did. So it just burned a bunch of equipment.
Explosions are a hard thing to make happen.
Bro.
They really are.
I never made one happen.
The only time,
Successfully.
okay, here's the way I've made them happen. I've made them happen a couple times in my life, but they were under like specific and like controlled circumstances. You put enough fucking tannerite in something and shoot it, and it's going to blow up. No
yeah.
big deal. And there was this gun range where we used to go to that was out in the middle of the Ocala National Forest, which was also close to a bombing range. So if people heard explosions coming from like that area, nobody said a fucking thing. They just assumed that they were practicing bombing. And you would wait until they were running the jets, and you were like, all right, today's a good day to go fucking blow shit up. You go out there, you take road flares and duct tape them to a propane tank, and then you fucking strike the flare, and you get your ass the fuck back, and then you shoot the propane tank. And as long as the flare's burning, it'll blow the fuck up, and it's awesome. But like
yeah.
we always did it like, I mean, we would wait until the tanks were pretty much empty because like we weren't balling like that. Like you aren't gonna waste a whole fucking tank of propane.
Yeah, that'd be a big ass
Oh, that looked
explosion.
good too. Yeah,
It's like an
that's
adult
sick.
version
Oh,
of a Piccolo
dude.
Pete trick.
Okay, I don't know if they have them out here, but back in Florida, one of like the big fucking propane companies is this place called Blue Rhino.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
that out here.
Okay, all right, they got them out here too. Well, they have these massive fucking facilities where they have like storage and where you fill up the fucking trucks and then take that out, and where they collect all of the empties
It's like
from
a
like
big
the
yard
gas
with
stations.
a bunch of propane tanks.
Fucking huge.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was driving back from the bar one night, and I see this fucking glow going on in the sky, and then I start seeing these things like shooting way the fuck up in the air and then like exploding. A Blue Rhino storage facility, like one of the biggest ones in Florida, there was an explosion that happened there, and it was burning like fucking crazy. And the things that were shooting up were when the fucking propane tanks caught fire and like the caps blew off, they would bounce around for a while, and then they would just take off up in the fucking air. It was almost like fireworks. It was fucking awesome. And I was like, if I wasn't so drunk, I would drive towards that right now. But I am drunk. and I know there's going to be a lot of cops. So,
So in Lake County,
don't go where the fucking cops are.
Lake County, my dad used to live across the street from a York's trailer park, and it was like a fucking prime real estate for cooking meth. And every fucking
Go figure,
every
dude.
couple years, dude, there'd be a fucking propane fucking meth lad fucking blow up. It'd fucking send the whole fucking block.
Oh, bro! Where I grew up, anytime a fucking trailer burned down, that was going on.
It was-
and
yeah.
the shop that I was in for 14 fucking years was in this little shitty fucking plaza. And now here recently they changed some of the laws as far as like zoning goes. But for a long time, a lot of towns won't fucking let tattoo shops in there. So you have to get on county land, and you have to be like strategic about that because a lot of county land is fucking worthless for traffic.
Yeah.
So there was this spot, there was this one little fucking piece of unincorporated fucking property, and it was right between DeLand and Orange City, and that's where our shop was. Well, right next door to that was this fucking piece of shit Days Inn, and that's where the junkies and the hookers went. And
My people, dude. Straight up.
probably I would say in the 14 years that I worked there, it happened 9 times. A meth lab would explode at the fucking hotel.
Oh, shit.
And when it would blow up, it would like blow the windows and the fucking doors off of the room, and it would rattle the whole fucking shop. Almost like, oh man, fuck, like I was gonna say almost like a space shuttle landing, but like y'all don't
It's
ever
like a
have to
fighter
fucking
jet going.
dog,
It's like a fighter jet like breaking the sound barrier. Going
Were you
over
guys
your
at the
house.
shop when that earthquake happened?
Yeah.
And we were like, I was just standing outside and I saw the windows start to like flex, and I was
Me and
like,
Mark were standing at the front counter.
yeah, and
I was like, why is
yeah, I was
everything
like-
so wavy?
yeah, I'm
right
like,
now?
what the
going on?
fuck?
Yeah.
I think I was there on my day off, and
Yeah.
it just fucking wobbled. I'm like, oh,
That shit's crazy.
okay.
Dude. It's a very jarring experience to go through a
Well,
fucking earthquake.
yeah,
That
earthquakes
was
are
my
weird.
first, like, that
You're
was
like-
my first one, like, being awake.
Well, okay, but like that's fucking weird. But then also we're talking about doing like a Tulsa fucking convention or like whatever, and I was like, yeah, Tulsa would be fucking tight until there's a fucking tornado. And
Yeah,
then
that
you're
would
like,
fucking suck.
Yeah.
I've never gone through a fucking tornado drill, dude.
Well, I lived
No.
in Tennessee for a while. There would be, like, a tornado warning every time there was a bad storm. One time there was a tornado that touched down while I was working at my first job at Subway. And, like,
That's a tornado watch.
no, but it touched.
All right, Jared.
Tornado warning. Okay, tornado watch is when there's a high likelihood for there to be a
And
tornado.
they'll list off all the
tornado
counties.
warning
They know the trajectory
is
of, like,
when there has been a fucking tornado.
Get indoors, boo, boo, boo. There'll be an alert system that goes off. Get indoors, Rutherford County, Cook County, all that kind of shit. They'll like give you a heads up. But I was at work. We trapped ourselves in the fucking produce fridge and all that kind of shit. It touched down near the community college, and it fucking worked its way just right around us. We also had one touchdown in. So my mom has a house that sits on 3 acres. She sits on the back acre, and then there's an acre in the front. But there's also like a utility field where they won't develop there because there's like pipelines going through. It cut right through the back of that utility field and shit like that, just barely missing our house.
And
we're sitting there hunkered in the fucking bathtub and shit. And
in Florida, tornadoes are something that we have to deal with regularly.
yeah,
There's been at least 10 times in my fucking life where I have had to pull over, get out of my fucking car, and like dive down in a ditch and
Yep.
try to find like a storm drain. So like you look for like raised driveways and that type of stuff, and like you try
they're
to
all
like,
built like that too. where
you'll
there's
try to
there's
fucking
storm
climb in
drain
that
there, yeah.
in that tunnel.
In elementary school too, we'd have tornado drills where you would get up against you'd go out in the hallway and you'd get against the locker and stuff yourself down as much as you could against that locker.
I was in a fucking Target parking lot one time, and it was raining crazy. And at the time, I was driving a '94 Buick Century, and the rain was coming down, and just like it comes down in sheets, man. Like you cannot fucking see, and the wind is whipping through, and I feel my car like wiggling, and I'm like, God damn, man, it's fucking coming down. And then I feel it like starting to lift a little bit. I'm like, huh, all right. And then I feel I couldn't actually perceive it lifting so much, but I felt it when it dropped.
Oh, yeah.
So like the car is like kind of wiggling around, and but it had lifted the front wheels off the fucking ground.
God damn.
And then it dropped it back down. And when that happened, I was like, fuck, dude. And I jumped out of the car and I booked it to Target. And when I got to the store, there was like nothing, nobody, no fucking nothing.
They all
And I'm
took
like,
off?
what the fuck? No, everybody was huddled up in the middle of the store. I'm the fucking idiot in my car out in the parking lot while there's a goddamn tornado
damn.
going through.
Oh, you
And
weren't
then
driving. You were in the park.
I was in the parking lot. Yeah,
Oh,
I was just
shit.
like listening to a fucking CD or some shit. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for this song to be over and like let this rain let up a little
You know
bit.
what's
And in the
crazy, too?
meantime, there was another fucking time where one was coming through, and that time at Target was back before everybody had fucking cell phones, so like there wasn't like alerts going out and shit. But there was a time where my phone fucking blew up, and I looked down and it said tornado warning, Wolf Branch Road. I happened to be driving on Wolf Branch Road at the time, but I was like a quarter of a mile from my grandma's neighborhood, and it wasn't too bad yet. And so by the time I got to her neighborhood, the weather was getting real fucking bad. And so I just chirped into her motherfucking neighborhood, hauled ass, went down and around, fucking got up in her driveway, jumped out of my car, and I ran up and I fucking tucked myself into the littlest ball my big ass could fucking make and just like hung out in the entryway to her house.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, well, I was already coming from the fucking east side of Wolf Branch to get here. And if it's on this road, that means it has to be coming from the fucking west side because this piece of shit runs east and west. I've covered everything east up until this point. And thankfully it was coming from the west, which was on the back side of my fucking grandma's house. And I just tucked down into a little fucking ball, and that tornado went right by. I was getting fucking beat with like pine needles and fucking pine cones and little pieces of
Touched
debris
down on
and
you,
shit. It was
Erie part, though,
fucking
you were
close.
saying, yeah.
It was fucking close. And I tell you what, dude, like once my asshole unpuckered, I was like, God damn, I feel alive.
The part is it'll get hella still.
I
So
had
there's,
great
like,
sex that night.
when the tornado's fixing or when it's about to touch down, it'll get hella still and the rain will stop, and it feels like you're like in the middle of like a vacuum kind of where it's just like still. The sky will get kind of yellow. Or this happens sometimes. This happened the time that it touched down behind my mom's house. Everything got super like golden
I
yellow.
touched down behind your mom's house one time.
Oh yeah.
All the tornadoes that I've personally been in, that doesn't happen. It's a thunderstorm that's going on, and then all of a sudden, it is the crazy, most apocalyptic thunderstorm you've ever fucking been in.
Really, every time I experienced it when I was in Tennessee, or the two times, it would be raining and it's like almost like a monsoon, and then it would clear the fuck up for a second. It kind of light. It would almost like a shift in air pressure.
Yeah.
Where it would be like, and then all of a sudden you'd fucking be.
Yeah, shit never fucking calmed down
Crazy,
for me.
crazy.
And what, dude, like I've probably been through, like no exaggeration, 12 hurricanes.
Damn, that's crazy. That's nuts.
Shit, man. Like honestly, probably 40 tornadoes.
Did you guys ever get ice storms in Florida? Probably. You don't really get snow. in
Bitch,
Florida.
we don't get ice nothing in
So we
Florida.
would get
you can get iced tea.
We'd get ice storms where it would be like it would be snowing and sleeting, and then it would drop below freezing, and
I ate
all
my
the
wings,
rain
dog.
and
Don't
all that
worry
shit
about
would
it.
freeze over, and you wouldn't be able to leave your house for like a week to get groceries.
No, we didn't have to
nothing
deal
like
with none of that
You
fucking
would just be
shit.
trapped in your
Dude,
motherfucking
I
house.
loved when our fucking cars would be snowed in with fucking
I fucking
7
hate it.
feet
like
of
that
snow. Oh, it was so much fucking fun
It
not
was
being
fun,
able to
dude.
go anywhere.
One time,
I
me and my
loved
boy
it.
Sawyer, he lived at the top of the because in Tennessee it's very hilly. There's no mountains or nothing like that, but he lived at the top of this fucking hill, and me and him met in the middle of town, and we tried to climb his. But it
Bitch,
was
there's
too icy.
hella mountains in Tennessee.
Well,
Part
no,
of the
no, no,
fucking
I'm talking
Blue
about Middle
Ridge
Tennessee.
Parkway goes through Tennessee.
I know, but I'm talking about Middle Tennessee. You're talking about like the Smoky Mountains on the most east side of Tennessee. It's mountainous, but I'm talking about like it's hilly in Middle Tennessee near like Nashville and Murfreesboro and shit like that. It's not very
Almost took a job in Murfreesboro.
yeah. But we fucking
me
tried
too.
to meet
You're
and we tried to
fucking
walk
ugly,
back up
Tyler.
this hill. We couldn't make it. Our feet were
And
slipping.
not your
We couldn't
physical
make it to his
appearance, your
house.
personality.
And fucking it was fun as
All
fuck. But
of
his uncle ended up passing us on like his truck with had like chains and shit. We, like hitched it right up the hill.
Tyler's
But
Bro, it
Turd.
fucking it takes my
It
brother on
looks like a diarrhea shit.
in the
before a
summer. It
party.
takes my brother about 20 minutes to get to work, if that. If he actually, it's not that bad anymore because he's in a new house. But at his old house, when there'd be a fat ass fucking snowstorm, it would take my brother like 2.5 hours just to get to the same location that it took him
Holy
20 minutes.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
And it
Fuck
was
that.
fucking. He'd have to leave so fucking early just to get to work on time. And
like living in
because
LA.
you
It's
know
so
where
annoying.
my brother lived, right next to Peavine. Fuck that, dude. And he
See,
would
I
have to do
can't-
that.
like, I
He'd have
can't
to do
imagine
it
dealing
every
with that.
morning, and it's fucking freezing, dude.
He said
like-
he said 100 times. He's like, bro, I cannot believe you haven't grown up with like snow. I'm like, yeah, like we've had
It's
snow
crazy,
like,
dude.
like
Well, like
twice.
shit,
Twice
like
in
shit
Roanoke
that's
Park?
like
Yeah.
not.
You ever
like,
remember waking up and seeing snow on the
Yeah, I got
Roanoke Park?
detention because I threw a snowball at a girl's lap.
Good, she deserved that.
shit, you trying to hit her in the pussy with a I'm gonna freeze your cooch.
If I get hit with these balls, I'm gonna hit with these.
I didn't think it snowed enough for a snowball out here.
Well, it's like
Dude,
what's
there was
wild.
like once in like 5th grade or like 4th grade, it like a light powder, and then I think a couple years ago it was like, do you remember that? Like,
Yeah,
it was like I mean, it wasn't snow; it was like
Uh-huh.
sleet,
I
maybe,
wasn't for
just
that.
like.
Fucking snowed.
Bro, there's been times over the
no,
years
I
where it's snowed like you'd have to deal with fat ass snowstorms every day for weeks.
Wah, 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 dude. We
I
don't
fucking
give a
hate
fuck,
'em.
dude. We're facing tornadoes and shit where I'm from.
Well,
dog.
no, like what's funny?
Where you're from?
here.
You're not
asshole.
from
We've
there, you
already
fuck.
covered this. The funny thing is like, well, okay, like for like you guys, like a tornado or a hurricane is like
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. For me, like even a small earthquake, I had a hard time fucking sleeping the rest of the night. Or snow would be the motherfucking apocalypse for me, dude. Like I am a
hate
straight
snow?
up tropical fucking cracker, man. I have spent my entire life in a swamp.
Well, like-
9 feet of snow. I'm like, what the motherfuck?
I've always been intrigued by hurricanes because like I like storms, I like all that shit. I want to know what like it is. Fire's worse than tornado.
Oh, for fucking sure, Kate.
yeah, that's
For
for-
fucking
Yeah,
sure.
like-
the goddamn glass fires of 2020, that is the scariest natural
Yo,
disaster
that-
I have ever fucking been through. That
that-
shit was motherfucking
That shit
terrifying.
was fuck.
The
dude.
2018 one?
Yeah.
No,
the-
for me it was the 2020
Oh, yeah.
one.
He's-
Because I lived right over here on fucking Fountain Grove, and we were like the next zone to get evacuated. But we shopped at that fucking Oliver's on Montecito all the time, and after like all of the like watches, after the fire was under control and everything was Gucci, like the first time, well, I went outside and my whole fucking car was covered in ash. The sky's like crazy orange. It
Fucking
looked
apocalypse.
apocalyptic.
Yeah.
And then the first time that I went to that Oliver's after they had lifted all of the restrictions, and I saw that it had burned down the face of that fucking mountain right there, I was like, dude, like my fucking, like my asshole puckered all the fucking way up, and I was like, that is the scariest motherfucking shit ever. Because like with a hurricane, chances are, and I think like with most natural disasters, hurricane, you're going to be inconvenienced. You might know somebody who like loses their house, but it's mostly going to be because of like a fucking tree goes through their house and then everything gets flooded. Tornadoes are really fucking scary, but they're like small. It's like the
They're
fucking
quick.
like in that movie Twister, they say it's like the finger of God, like it just like touches
Yeah.
down and like fucks shit up, but only where the finger touched. Whereas a terrible fire is complete fucking devastation.
Chaos.
Everything is fucking gone.
Remember that community
Nothing
fucking
makes it.
Paradise got fucking white.
yeah.
When was Paradise? That wasn't 2018. That was like
They can track storms and people can prepare. You can't do that with fire.
2018
Yeah.
was the most scary.
Like, dude,
You can't do that with tornadoes either, Kate. Like they let you know that they're coming, but even if they let you know and you're prepared, if it comes for your fucking house, there's literally nothing you can do. So yeah, like that definitely works with hurricanes. And honestly, the scariest part of a hurricane is the tornadoes that spawn, because like the whole storm's big and then you get like the fucking dick of God and it just comes in and fucks your whole town. But yeah, fires, man, there's just something, I think it's like, so there's something in like our lizard brain where we're like, oh man, rain is good, even a lot of it, and like floods fucking suck, but like that like feeds plants and like we need water to live, but like fire is just like all death unless
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Fire's
snowy
like
and like
Godzilla
you need it
in
to
your
be
little
warm,
city,
but
dude,
like
'cause, like, you
fuck,
can't do
man, it's
anything
just
to
like
stop
a
that shit.
like,
Yeah, what were you saying about?
okay, so just like it was so fucking frightening. Like, my homeboy Julian, basically, like, my brother got married the night that the fires fucking started.
Fuck, dude.
Devin?
So, yeah, so we were fucking toasted, bro.
It was an
oh,
open
shit.
bar.
open bar,
Oh yeah.
fucking shit faced. And I like stayed like home for the after party because I was like, nope, I gave 2 best man speeches. Like I was done so, dude.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, yo, I'm going,
fucking
like, I was like, I'm
roasted.
going fucking home, whatever. And basically my boy Julian is going to crash there. Everybody went to Aussie's, had a good time, came back. Julian kicks in my door. He goes, hey, yo, I'm fucking sorry. I don't know if you're naked. I don't know if your girl's naked, whatever. He's like, the town's on fucking fire. I got to go get my mom. And I like snap to him like, what the fuck? And I look out my window, and we had my window was to like this courtyard in the apartment complex, and I see people running with fucking luggage, bro.
Damn.
And I was like, what the fuck? And it was coming up over Taylor Mountain, and I was like, yo, I think I ran in your room, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, yo, we gotta fucking go. Like,
It was weird because that specific night I remember I didn't sleep at all. And I was pissed because I was like, dude, it's 3:30 in the morning. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. Like, why can't I sleep? Not even like 5 minutes later, you came in.
Yeah.
You were like, yo, we got to go. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
So we I think I threw my cat in a fucking pillowcase and like was
I grabbed my Sharks jerseys.
yeah. I think I went back for my
dick.
gaming computer. Grabbed my dog, grabbed my cat, and like
What year was this?
18?
2018? Yeah, that one
Was it 18 or 17?
It was a
It came
seven.
out of nowhere,
Because
dude.
Kate said Coffee Park Fire missed her house by 2
Yeah.
blocks in
In
2017.
2017? Yeah,
Yeah, it
might have
was
been 20.
it was 2017 because that was 6 months after I moved here.
Yeah, and it dude,
Fucked up.
It like
You're
literally
like, fucking California.
we
Fuck,
we
dude.
like camped out at like my brother's house, I think.
Yeah, we
right?
were there for like a week.
Yeah, and then basically the shop owner was like, "Hey, yo, I need you guys to come work." And we're like, "Dude, nobody's getting tattooed right now."
It's
Like,
crazy because I was living in Sebastopol at the time during that fire, and I got woken up by like my ex-girlfriend, and just straight panic. In Santa Rosa, Roanoke Park, and Sebastopol, like all of the gas stations were filled up. It was post-apocalyptic.
Dude, like
grocery stores were fucking going crazy and all that shit. Like people were scared as fuck. It
Dude,
came out of nowhere.
Do you remember going up over the overpass to get to my mom's, and it was just a line of fucking stop traffic? I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like
It was
we're gonna
dead stop traffic.
for hours. Like I just had Dalton in the fucking back
Took
just
2 hours to use
screaming.
a Petaluma.
Do you remember going into the area like where your parents' garages or whatever?
Dude, yeah, and it was
and it was just ash
just
fucking
like raining
floating.
ash, and we're like,
It was crazy,
what the
dude.
fuck, dude?
It was like a fucking movie for sure.
I remember
yeah,
like,
that-
that night
that shit was wild.
The fire started. I was at work at the hospital, and it was like a warm gust of wind, like weird, eerie, like warm wind.
The fire in 2020 was like that. I was sitting on my couch and I knew that fires were like burning around us. And then I started smelling smoke. And I was like, man, I think I'm tripping. Like, this is my head fucking with me. You know, like, man, am I bugging? And I went outside. It was like 11:30 at night. And it was fucking warm. And there was ash falling down. And I was like, nope, I am definitely smelling smoke. I am not fucking tripping. I went upstairs. I woke up Sweetness, and I said, hey, yo, pack a bag of just whatever clothes we're going to need for a week. Like, you just pack a bag. And I packed a bag for myself. And I took those to the bottom of the fucking stairs. And she was like, can I go back to bed? And I'm like, yeah, for sure, baby girl. Like, you go ahead, go to sleep. I know for a fact I'm not fucking sleeping. So, like,
This is
fucking
perfect segue.
tuck in,
for
bitch,
our
because here
fucking-
we go.
Our conspiracy fucking direct energy weapons, dude. That's what caused that shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck.
Perfect segue for our
The
fucking
Maui one for
conspiracy
sure.
segment.
The Maui one for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I think so.
For sure.
And that
I don't know about the other one. I don't know about the other
Derailed.
ones, but
Yeah.
Maui,
I'm just
1,000,000%.
No, that-
And what happened to
So
those
when I was working
kids?
at the hospital, we had
What
this
happened
security
to the
guard that was
hundreds
like,
of kids that
he's
just
all,
disappeared?
Yeah.
Where the
direct
fuck are
energy
those
weapon.
kids,
Yeah.
bro?
So that's what
Over
happened,
200,
bro.
right?
I was like,
Oh, yeah.
God damn, I don't
Just
maybe,
disappeared.
Maybe.
Yeah,
That shit's crazy.
And they let the kids out of school without telling their parents. And then the kids just fucking disappeared.
With the Maui shit, there's a bunch of weird fishy
Yeah.
shit. There was like this lady on Fox that was talking about she's all the kind of coincidences that were happening around that situation where it was
Yeah.
just like fucking like emergency lines were kind of cut, like all this like crazy
Yeah, yeah.
shit. Like there was just like she had a laundry list full of shit that was just
Who
fishy.
can I ask 2 questions right quick?
Yeah.
Who
Who would benefit off?
no, like who would use the direct energy weapon? Like who would be testing that?
I would say my best guess would be like powers that be.
The fucking government.
Okay, no. Don't just say powers that be. Like which, like
Well-
what, like specific, like would it be another country? Would it be like a foreign attack?
No, I wouldn't
No,
say foreign.
that's
I would
all-
say
that's all
definitely, like, I would
government.
say like I've just recently discovered like Black Rock. And like
Oh
these-
my
there's
God.
certain, like,
Yo,
certain
let's
ideas
go,
of, like,
dog.
Yo,
things that,
Black
like,
Rock is a great album. The fucking Black,
Let's
the Black
go.
Keys.
Well, there's a company
Let's
that,
go. Yo.
like, I mean, well, okay, wait. I'm gonna take a step back here for a second. Like the way that Black Rock and like there was like,
Okay,
another. There's
no,
another
hang on.
counterpart
Wait a
there.
second. Wait a second.
Well, let me.
Tyler, I'm so
Hold
proud
on.
of you,
Wait a
dog.
fucking second. No Black Rock. No, none of that. Just like. So it would be our government testing a direct energy
They're
weapon.
not directly our government. They're like more of the string pullers behind our government. People who have
So they get the go ahead from our
significance,
government.
like influential power that are able to move governments.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what? Okay, so if it was our own government or our own government co-signing it,
Like
and
they're
it's
they're using government as puppetry kind of in a way.
all right, so
You're explaining it horribly, dude.
No, I'm
so
not.
if it was like if it was
asking a
if it was going to be our own government or somebody that has influence on our government, then why?
Well, this is a company. So BlackRock is like a.
But why would they want to
Cause destruction.
cause like domestic destruction? Like I understand the reasoning for wanting to cause
There's
destruction and for
financial
wanting to have
gain
weapons.
in destruction in that sense. 'Cause
Well, except for a lot of that property's getting snapped up for super cheap. It would have sold for a lot more if it hadn't burned down.
They're buying.
if
They're
it's
buying
They're
it.
buying it for super cheap. They're gonna.
They're
get
the ones. They're the ones
crazy
buying
amount
it
of fucking
because
returns on it.
There's
because
a
the
lot
people-
of other people that are buying it though too. So
But
like
the people, but the
that-
people who owned that land that were natives to that land did not want to give up that part
Yeah.
because people were going over there trying to buy their shit, and they were like, "You're not buying our land. It's
So, but-
it's whatever."
Granted,
So
Dan-
if you don't think for a second that if people that wanted that spot were like, "Okay, you're not going to give it to us. We're gonna fuck your shit up, and then make it to where we can buy it for pennies on the fucking dollar, and then we own it,"
And
they're gonna
granted-
do that in a second.
Granted, though, we're
But
talking
if
about a
there's-
crazy concept right now.
if there's other people though that are able to buy that land too, which is something
they
that
weren't
I've
able
seen.
to because they
No.
would have done it by now.
No. That there have been other like, fucking like real estate
Typhoons
hedge
kinda?
funds. No, dude, just like some normal people that have
Well,
been
they
able
weren't
to,
able to do it at that point.
right, but they are
They've been
now.
trying to do it.
So, but they are now, and so if that was the case, then like what benefit is there from just letting like some regular Joes in on your Ponzi
Just
scheme
exactly
too?
what you said. They weren't able to do it to this point, but they are able to do it now. The person that is pulling the strings was able to make that. Like
Why do you
an
think
obtainable-
Oprah?
an
Why do you think
obtainable
Oprah's
fucking-
mansion wasn't even touched? Why do you
that's
think
another
all the
thing,
top
too.
celebrities that own land in that area weren't touched? Like, how is Fire gonna do that?
I've seen on social media and shit though, just like some fucking really well off like tattooers and stuff recently also buying land in Maui.
Well, what
So
what
like,
I
why
want to
would
know,
they let them in?
why
if
would
it
they do a
was-
media blackout and not let anybody go over there and report it?
I mean, we're talking about like
I
an
don't have any
extreme-
answers. I don't have any answers.
That's
for
shit.
We're
that.
talking
I
about
mean,
But
I
like,
mean,
instead of
that's-
like asking a question for the question that I'm asking, I'm like the question that I'm asking is like, what's the benefit if like that was the main goal, and there were grabbing land that wasn't previously available to them,
Sure.
then why wouldn't they just go ahead and get all of it? Like, why are there some normal people that have been able to buy that land too?
Because they're
would it be too obvious
they're
kind of in a
moving
way,
and like
maybe?
it's like chess,
Might be
dude.
too
They're not gonna buy the whole fucking thing because then people are gonna start waking up to that shit. They want to make these moves and do what the fuck they want, but still make it to where a lot of people aren't.
I mean, it's already pretty
Aren't
obvious that like me
talking
and David
about
aren't
it.
the only ones that have conceived this idea. There's been people that have like already been trying to kind of talk about this shit.
Well, and if people are already talking about it, then why not just go ahead and fucking play the card and just buy all the shit?
They're not talking about it because
Well, they're
they came up
giving
with
it-
a word now to where if you say shit like this and all of a sudden you're a conspiracy theorist and people don't believe you.
Well, not
There's
even that.
three.
But not
There's
even
three
that, but,
people
like,
at the table right now, and 2 out of 3 of us. I mean, all 3 of us are talking about it, and 2 out of 3 of us seem to know more than the other one. The other one being me. So if nobody's talking about it, that math doesn't check out right now.
Well, in this conversation in particular, you're playing a very key part in this conversation by being the contrary and trying to ask questions that are important. But like we're also trying to make sense of it from what we have,
Because none of
what's
it,
been given to
none of
us.
it makes sense.
Yeah, I was
That
gonna-
whole
I'm
whole
saying
thing
it has
doesn't make
the-
sense.
I'm not saying that this is the truth. I'm saying
where
this,
the kids go that disappeared, that
I
they
haven't
just
heard- I
wouldn't
haven't
talk.
seen nothing
There is
about that.
potential
They wouldn't
for
talk about.
questioning.
They wouldn't
Interesting.
talk about that. Why was there media blackouts? Why weren't people allowed to go and ask questions? Why the fuck were some mansions not even touched? Specifically, Oprah and The Rock and all these fuckers that have billions of dollars. But then this whole entire area that they've been trying to buy from these people for fucking decades, just mysteriously just catches on fire just in that specific point. And then they can't even buy their own land back because these people are already buying it.
Can somebody who
No.
doesn't know anything about this throw out just a couple of little things as far as like Oprah's mansion not being touched and the Rock's mansion not being touched? From what I've seen from living in this area for a few years, is in the case of a fire, a real defensible perimeter and having a lot of fire protection makes a massive difference as far as like the loss goes in a fire, and people with money can afford those things. So like clearing out the land, making sure that the fire can't really get near to your house, and if you have enough land, you can clear out a chunk while keeping some of the like natural beauty, and the fire protection you can definitely afford to have that kind of stuff installed in your house.
That's a solid ass point.
So like the people with a lot of money, just from, and like I said, I don't know anything about this. This is the first I'm hearing about it. But the people with a lot of money, to me, it stands to reason, would have the area set up more to protect their investment.
It was a
than just
sacred-
Somebody said they also
regular-
have private firefighting teams for those
Yeah.
specific people.
So
too.
some of those things though, like some of those things, while if you look at it just on the surface, it is very suspect. But like if you get back from it just a little bit, it's like, all right, well, some of this shit checks out because it just takes.
Well,
money
that's fine. But what
to make
about
sure
what
that
about
that
like the
doesn't happen.
common?
Kids disappearing? That's a completely different fucking
Okay,
thing.
but what about like the complete like failure of controlling a natural disaster that the common folk faced within their own community? Like they weren't really being taken.
They didn't even ring
care
the
of,
sirens for like a while.
Now that
There
part
was
I
people
did hear
like
about
there
that.
was
That's
people like
fucking wild.
waiting in the ocean with their kids and shit like that. For
But
Yeah,
like
and
the-
fucking time.
and people from other parts of the island weren't allowed to go over there and help and give any fucking resources to.
The complete,
Why wasn't that allowed?
the
That doesn't make any
Okay, so
fucking
can we get back
sense.
to the original point
The
here
complete
too? Because
failure-
we're like picking fucking.
well, the complete failure to control a natural disaster to me completely and totally checks out because we are not bigger and more capable than Mother Nature.
But we have
will
experience.
never-
I
We have experience
I
against Mother
guarantee
Nature.
you that if that same fire happened in a higher up area, that people who were the higher ups own that area, that fire would be out in fucking 10 minutes.
That was the ploy
guaranteed.
for LA fires. too.
Guaranteed.
During the LA fires, there was a lot
this
of like
neighborhood burned down.
controversy.
Dude, this is what I don't understand. Everything that's ever happened in history, especially with our government after JFK, has been nothing but just such sketchy ass shit. And money is the root of all evil. And these dudes have the most money ever. So what makes us think that these motherfuckers wouldn't do anything like that to get what they wanted? They don't care.
I wouldn't put it past.
They don't
them to
fucking
do
care.
that.
What like what how could you still put your trust into people that has lied to us for fucking decades, that has done the sketchiest ass shit, ever,
Yeah.
and we're still just like, they wouldn't do that.
But it puts you
No,
in,
no,
Like
it
why?
puts
Like
you in a
why?
hard
Like why
spot
would they?
as
Like why would they?
But as me and
why
you,
would
it
they
puts
do
you in a
that?
hard spot because like it's hard to trust that shit, but we don't have the full truth, so we can't make.
I'm not.
We can't
I'm
make
not.
so-
You can use common sense,
You can use
dude,
common
and you
sense, which
can.
makes common sense can only make you question. It cannot give you definitive answers. We're only left to question.
Well, you need to go. I mean, we have to find those answers. That's the point. And then those people that
You'll
were
never
trying to
find
find
those
the answers weren't allowed to go there.
Bro,
There was
we
a media
won't find it.
blockout
There's
because
people-
they don't want you to find out anything that they don't want you to find out.
Whatever
You have to-
question we have, there's people with more influence and more investigative journalism experience that could fucking try to actually find those questions. They're not going to find those questions either.
And-
so for us to sit here in turmoil over this shit,
Well, hang on. In this particular instance,
Or-
like from based on what you just said, like why would you trust those people? In this particular instance, in the conversation that we've been having tonight, I haven't put any trust in anybody, and I just asked a couple of questions, and two of the big points that were made, there are like common sense, which is what you suggested that I use.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about in general.
Well, no,
It had nothing to do with you. Like none of the conversation had to do with you. It
I've
was just
been a part of this conversation. The
no,
whole time,
no. But
man.
I'm saying like, what I'm saying is like, I just can't believe there's people like that put their faith in these people.
well, your original question was
Like-
who would want to do this? And
yeah,
for
that's what.
gain?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't able to even answer that question because we got off to some other
Okay,
tangent.
okay. The first thing would be like, who was the perpetrator of that?
Yeah.
Was it be
If there
our
was a
own
perpetrator.
government or a foreign government? And you
I
and
made
David
claim-
both said essentially the like the powers that be. And I was like, forgive me if
Well, you're
that's
dumbing
too
it down now
fucking.
because I was trying to give specifics.
Bruh, that's exactly what you said. And I said, forgive me if I need you to fucking elaborate a little bit more on that. And you were like, well, you know, like the companies that are like pulling the strings.
For sure.
And like, okay, so like that
Well, I
type
tried
of
to give
stuff
an
is
example,
still
but
really
I got
vague.
cut off. I wasn't able to give a proper example.
Like
So
that, like that type of stuff is still really vague. So
Well, he was-
like,
you-
I
you were
I
tar-
would need some
He
specifics.
was trying to talk about
I
BlackRock.
was trying to elaborate. Granted, I don't have the best vocabulary, but like I was talking about an entity that is very influential in a way that it can.
Is BlackRock up there with like Triple Canopy and like that type of shit?
I'm not
Like-
familiar with triple.
Like Triple Canopy used to be Black Water, and then they changed their name to Triple Canopy. Massive fucking private
the
civilian
way that
fucking
BlackRock
armed
was explained to me
forces.
is that they could.
Who
They,
explained
they
it to
could
you?
wipe out a whole cabinet if they wanted to, and then implement their own.
Who
people.
explained BlackRock to you?
The homie Sim.
Okay,
Yeah.
word.
But he does his due
Well,
diligence
I've talked-
as far as
I've
like
talked to
he does
people-
his diligence as far as like listening.
Hey, yo, dude, the homie Sim told me that you will fucking get all kinds of vitamins and your body will benefit greatly if you just stick your feet in dirt.
Now hold on. Don't discredit what because we're not talking about that topic. We're talking about this. Topic
No,
here.
okay, hang on. But you can say like this topic here, but like forgive me if I take my experiences with the same person who has said outlandish shit into consideration when you tell me who your fucking source is. He also told me that Blood Sugar Sex Magic was the worst Red Hot Chili Peppers album, and like fuck that. You're wrong. I automatically think you're a crazy person.
That's what,
Yeah, you're a
but
fucking
that's
idiot.
not a valid argument in this situation here.
No, that's not a valid
it's a
argument.
that's a bias argument. I will. Give
I
you
didn't
that.
even make that argument. He said that shit to me completely out of pocket, like a punk motherfucker.
No, you're
at Christmas,
You're
no less.
countering his bias argument with your own bias argument because you love that album. That does not
Okay,
fucking
no.
stand on this council, sir.
Take the Red Hot Chili Peppers out of the equation. Hey, yo, Tyler, do you think that sticking your feet in dirt is a good place to get vitamins for your body?
I think it's beneficial in a sense to where it's like you would.
No, motherfucker.
If you did it from
no,
a
no,
young
no, no,
age,
no, no.
if you did it from a young age and you played in dirt,
Hey, bitch,
Such
look at
as I
me
did
to the
as a
best
kid.
of your ability. I know it's hard with the way your fucking eyes work.
they go in two different directions.
Look at
Which
me.
one do you want?
Look at me. Hey, Tyler, do you really fucking think that you're going to get vitamins into your body in a different way other than your fucking digestive system, which is where food and vitamins and energy and all that is supposed to go in so your body can then process it and turn it into all of the things that you need?
Oh, I'm about to tear
do
you
you
up,
think
boy.
that you can fucking do that by
Oh, I'm
sticking
about
your
to tear
feet
you
in
up,
the
boy.
dirt?
Yes, I do. Matter of fact, I do. And let me explain
Then
why.
this conversation's over
Let me
because you're
explain why
a
to you.
fucking idiot.
Can I say one
Are we
thing?
not porous creatures? Do we not fucking ingest fucking sunlight and vitamin D through
Hey,
the sun?
real quick,
Do we
before
not have fucking the capability of fucking...
real quick.
Tyler's a fucking cunt.
Go Niners.
Hey! You know what? This is going to be the only time you ever hear me say this.
You know,
Let's
in
fucking go
in
San
Eastern
Francisco.
medicine, do you know that you release most toxins through the soles of your feet?
Do you know in Eastern medicine they'll feed you a fucking soup made out of tiger dick to fix your erectile dysfunction?
Your
Fuck yeah,
testosterone?
dude.
I would eat that.
I would eat
No,
the
dude.
I would
fuck
eat
out
that.
of
That's
that,
a
dude.
fucking. That's a fucking.
I would
apex-
fuck, dude.
that's an
Especially if it was a
apex beat.
white tiger, dude. I'd fucking munch
It is
on
so
that shit.
motherfucking hard being a
Hell yeah.
diamond in a rhinestone.
Did you know in
world.
America they feed you opiates to fucking get rid of your fucking back pain?
Dude, I would
That's
fucking
crazy. They make you a
Tyler,
fucking
would you
addict for fucking
first
30
would you
years?
before you started eating it, would you suck on it a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Hold
See
on.
what it tasted like?
Hold on one
I would
second,
squeeze it
Tyler.
like a lemon.
Tyler, I would like to take this opportunity to say that you felt like you just made this valid fucking point by being like, hey, do you know that in America, where I never said anything like that. So you're using some fucking fallacy shit to back up the fallacy shit that you were already saying, which makes you a fucking retarded Ouroboros.
No, you didn't say anything
so
about
go
America,
ahead and
but you
eat your
made
own
the-
fucking ass
Hold
while
on.
not
I'm
ever
gonna eat
looking
my ass
directly
because
in
made
front
the
of you
contrary
with
fucking
crooked
argument
teeth.
That Eastern culture medicine sucks.
Smoke.
No,
Because
all
they
I
fucking
said,
eat tiger nuts.
tiger penis.
Tiger penis.
Also shark fin soup. Like they eat all kinds of weird shit.
No, dude, but
You know
who
what?
has the
Okay,
answers? Who
okay,
has the
you know what-
answers, really, dude? We're talking about conspiracies here. In
You
this
know what?
segment.
You know what they call medicine that works? Medicine. You know what they call weird shit? Eastern fucking medicine. And people are going to call me a racist for saying that, but I'm just saying, like, yo, you can take some bark off of a tree.
Dan, how
and
we-
it's
I don't
fucking-
know,
Dan, how
dude.
we've gone full circle.
I don't know,
Before we
dude.
even started the
Big-
argument, dude. I'm making you say the most
Big
outlandish
pharma,
racist-
dog. I don't know, dude.
I'm just kidding.
I don't
I'm
know.
fucking-
Hey, fuck all what you're fucking saying. Corey, can you please tell
Drop a rhyme
us
that's right on
dudes?
time.
Can you please tell us dudes what happened when you got tasered and pepper sprayed by the police?
Yeah, I'm going to share my taser story with you afterwards. We'll see
Yeah, well,
who's
then they
better. We'll
bashed
take a
my
vote.
face into
Who
the
shit their
fucking
pants?
hood of the car.
All right, so you gotta say how old you were, time and place, what you did.
I think I
You
was-
gotta map it out, dude.
Yeah, yes.
You have
think I
the
was
you have the best
18.
fucking dude.
I think I was 18. They tried to give me a minor in consumption with other people, and I was like, I can't even buy alcohol. So how am I responsible for them? Because I'm 18. I can't buy it my fucking self. So they tried to give me this, and then we get in a tussle with the cops, and I fucking elbowed the sergeant, bust his nose. So then they fucking start macing me, 3 of them, and slam me into the hood of the car and bust my fucking nose, and ask me how that fucking feels. And then go to jail. A couple days later, because of all the Mason shit, I get out, and they didn't wash my fucking clothes. I'm walking down the street, my shirt's orange, and it starts burning me all over again because of fucking heat. I'm sweating, so now it's all in my fucking chest and my back again. Start rubbing my eyes, so I got maced all over again. A couple days later.
That's fucking. What the fuck, dude?
At least you got to fucking elbow that fucking sergeant right in the nose.
I went
He
to
probably looked at you like,
the town that I come from is a tiny little fucking redneck town. And the name of the bar that we all hung out at, and this is going to give everybody, like, this will paint a picture for you. The local bar that we all hung out at was called Uncle Tom's.
All right.
That's the name of the fucking bar. And Patty was the bartender, had been my whole fucking life since I used to drive my dad home from there and all the way through until I was old enough
what did
to
Patty
fucking
look
drink.
like if you could give us a brief?
Patty looked like,
Hot as fuck, probably.
no, she looked like a lunch lady from school, but with way better makeup
Rugged.
and way better cleavage.
Nice.
And
She was playing the part.
there was,
You don't show cleavage for the boys, dude.
There was
Only
a
the boys,
fucking-
not the little boys. But
yeah, of course, that's a fucking bartender, cunt. Now shut the fuck up.
All right, my bad.
There was a fight that broke out, and I broke up the fight. Well, in the meantime, somebody called the fucking cops, and when the cops got there, now Umatilla is a really, really fucking small town. So 2 of the people on the force I went to high school with, one of them was one of theirs dad, and the town's so fucking small that there's not even a jail cell. If you get arrested in Umatilla, you have to wait for county to come pick you up because Umatilla doesn't even have a fucking holding cell. Well, there was this one tall, skinny motherfucker that I always called Screech. from the time we were in 9th grade together until we fucking graduated. I just always called him fucking Screech. Well, he ended up being a cop, and he was the first cop on the scene. And he gets there, and he's like, "Oh, Dan Abner, I can't wait to fucking hear your involvement in this." And I was like, I broke the fight up. Like, they were fucking fighting. I broke them up. I got them outside.
He's
like, there you go. Boy. That's my involvement. And he was like, I think you had a little bit more to do with it than that. And I said, I guarantee you I didn't. And he was like, I'm pretty sure you did. And I said, I tell you what, why don't we go inside right fucking now and we talk to Patty, and she'll let you know who the fuck was involved in the fight and who the fuck was involved with making sure that it stopped and got taken outside. He's like, I don't think we need to do all of that. I'm pretty sure I already know what's going on. I said, Screech, motherfucker, you need to go in there and you need to talk to Patty right fucking now. He said, I don't need to talk to nobody.
And that's Officer
And
Screech.
I said, well, I tell you what, if you don't go in there and talk to Patty right now and you keep accusing me of being the aggressor, I'm going to whip your ass all over this fucking parking lot. And he's like, is that a fact? I said, you're fucking right it is. And I turned around and I went to go back inside the bar, and that son of a bitch tased me in the fucking back, and I dropped like a fucking sack of potatoes, and the whole parking lot was nothing but fucking limestone gravel. And so I'm like, my fucking face is all road rash, my fucking chest, everything. I just fucking seized up, my arms went full on fucking velociraptor and just ate shit. And where the fucking tines hit me, I was far enough away from them that there was a wide spread. So one was in my fucking butt cheek, and the other one was up like almost in the back of my fucking neck.
And he got up in your ear and he's like,
And
who's
they,
screeching now, boy?
They fucking anytime you get tased with the projectiles, they have to call the fucking ambulance.
You gotta pull 'em
And
out.
so the paramedics showed up. I'm in the back of the fucking ambulance, and by that time the Lake County officers has showed up. Also, in the meantime, fucking Screech's bitch ass had gone inside and talked to Patty, and the Lake County officers were like, "All right, so who's going to jail?" And Screech was like, "Nobody." And they were like, "Wait a minute, didn't you discharge your fucking taser?" He's like, "Yes, I did." He's like, "So there was a taser discharged and nobody's going to jail?" He was like,
I didn't like folk.
he was like, yeah, nobody's fucking going to jail. They're like, what about that guy? And Screech goes, yeah, he had enough. And I was like, I hate your fucking guts, but thank you for not fucking sending me to jail tonight, because I did say that I would whip your fucking ass. So, like, way to fucking go. Dude, that cocksucker, oh, man. Dude, that's like one of the, like, cool things about growing up in a small town is, like, everybody knows about you and everybody gives a shit. And one of the bad things about growing up in a small town is that everybody knows about you and everybody gives a shit. So, like, that fucking cunt one night,
Would you say you reap what you sow?
I was working fucking, like, these crazy long hours, because it was just, like, our whole electric company at this point in time was, like, me, my dad, and my brother, and, like, 2 other fucking dudes. And I was working, no exaggeration, 19 hours a day, 7 days a week to try to get this fucking job done, while my dad and my brother were out of town doing this other job. And it was about 4:30 in the morning, and I was driving home, and Screech pulled me over and goes, hey, Dan, what you doing? I was like, I'm fucking coming home from work, dude. Like, that's why I'm in the work van. He's like, ain't it a little late for you to be out? Motherfucker, last time I checked, I'm a full-grown fucking adult, and this is still the United States. Like, I can be out as late as I want. Fuck you.
Yeah.
He goes, you got any drugs or weapons in the car? And I said, I have no drugs, but if you look in the back of the van, you will find 2 missile launchers. And he was like, oh, is that a fucking fact? And I was like, yes, sir. There's 2 fucking big-ass missile launchers in the back.
RPG to be.
Maybe a bazooka, too. And he opened the back doors of the van. Obviously, there's no fucking missile launchers. And he started going, oh, man, well, you admitted that there's missile launchers back here, but I'm not seeing any. Where might they be? And started pulling every single fucking drawer off of the shelves and dumping them right in the middle of the van. So there's fucking,
It's like your arch
there's
nemesis at
pipe
this point,
fittings, there's fucking wire nuts, there's electrical tape, like all, like fucking 1032 screws, 632 screws, ground screws, wood screws, like all of this fucking shit, and just like went through every single fucking drawer and dumped everything in the middle of the van floor. And he was like, well, I didn't find anything. Do I need to call the dogs? And I was like, no, sir. You mean you fucking did enough. Please, sir, just fucking let me go. He totally fucking punked me out. I'm just like, God damn it, man. I got to be back to work in about 7 hours. Like, fuck me. He
deserves sheriff.
He's a sheriff.
He's a sheriff.
Like when Walking Tall, dude.
He's
Dude,
also
if I would have known,
like a bad man.
if I would have fucking known that that's what he was going to do, I would have said, hey, man, is there any way maybe you could just tase me right quick?
He's all matter of fact, right in your fucking.
Because, like, if you could just tase me right quick and send me the fuck home, like, that would be cool. But, like, fuck, dude, I got so much work to do tomorrow, and I got to clean this whole van and get everything put back together first.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, fucking small town. Patty did smoke about 2 packs a day, Kate. She's
One
probably
time, me and my brothers
dead
got
by
pulled
now.
over by Rutherford County Sheriff out in the sticks of Tennessee. We were driving back from my friend Steven's house.
Hey, yo, Tyler, how long is it since you've been back from Tennessee? How old were you when you moved back?
When I moved back, I was 20 to take care of my great-grandma.
All right, how old are you now?
28.
Nothing cool's happened to you in 8 fucking years. Congratulations, you suck.
That's not true, man. I'm fucking part of a fucking sick-ass squad right now, dog.
Everything
I
you
fucking
say is
found my
back whenever I was in Tennessee. You reliving the fucking glory days.
That's fine, though. Those are my, like 16 through about 20 years old. That's about
Fuck yeah,
prime
dude.
time right there.
Never
But one time,
prime.
me and my brother and Steven were driving through the country roads, and we made it to this one spot called Smokies, and that's where everybody would go to get their fucking sandwiches in the morning and shit like that. All the farmers in Las Casas, Tennessee, would go there to get their breakfast, and we pulled in there to get cigarettes, and then we had 2 sheriffs pull up on our asses with guns drawn, and they told us to fucking stay still, and they fucking pulled us out one by one, and we were fucking sweating because we had fucking weed in the car and all that shit. And in Tennessee, small amount of weed will put you in fucking, at least fucking county. Misdemeanor. If you fucking got some seeds in the floorboard and all that kind of crazy shit. And then, so we were sweating.
Misdemeanor on the record.
Nobody wants a goddamn misdemeanor for some fucking seeds. I was tripping. I was like a little kid, dude. I was a young ass kid. And
Corey tried to blow up a fucking car when he was 10 years old,
Well,
bro.
anyway,
and you were scared about
somebody
the
had been
fucking
out there on the country
weed
roads
when
shooting
you were what,
somebody's
like
couch.
20?
Oh, it was probably about 17 or 18.
Okay.
Somebody had been
He's
out
like,
there.
man, my dad, that big N-word, he's going to beat the fuck out of me.
Oh, please, sir, please. You don't know where I'm going. I'm going to get beat.
You're
No,
like,
but
that was my stepmom that called you that, not me. Why are you fucking treating me like this, Dad, just because I'm the lightest of my
please, dude.
brothers?
Don't call my mom. Somebody had
they,
been out there like shooting cows with a rifle out
Yeah.
of an old Camaro. My brother drives an old Camaro. So they fucking find us at Smokies. They fucking roll up on us hot, and they're fucking coming out, ripping us out of the car and all that shit. They're searching through all of our stuff. Didn't find any guns. I feel like they kind of glazed over the weed a little bit because we didn't really get caught up for that shit.
They took it.
They probably took no.
Let's
They,
go,
they
dude.
we still had our shit, but they fucking. It was crazy just to be there, and all of a sudden you got fucking deputies on your ass, fucking pulling you out of the car. They're like, "Oh, you got any guns in the vehicle?" and all that shit.
Dude,
So- somebody had been out there fucking lighting up cows and fucking just driving off, dude. Like,
Bro, when I
crazy.
had the gang unit taking pictures of my mom's fucking Mazda van that said Moo Cow on it, and they were searching it and shit,
pretty rad,
bro.
dude. As you felt like a criminal. I
Oh
was like,
my
I'm such a bad
god,
boy
I
right
felt
now.
fucking horrible.
I didn't even shoot those cows.
Dude,
but I
I
felt
My
so
mom
naughty.
didn't do shit, bro, and that was bad. I
had
felt
like
fucking horrible.
I had like 6 cops roll up on me one time, guns drawn, while I'm holding a fucking kid that wasn't mine.
Where'd you get that kid, dude?
Epstein Island, dog.
I was at a Chuck E. Cheese.
No, I was wiring a fucking house, and there was a toddler walking around, but there was a lady, I could see her out the other window in the yard playing with like 2 kids. And then I see this other little fucking kid who was, dude, like probably about Allie B's age.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. Well, he walks into this house that I'm wiring, and it's all new construction, so there's tons of shit that he can get fucking hurt
wires and
on.
shit, yeah.
And there's no hot wires. There's no power.
Oh, you're doing electrical, my bad.
There was a swimming pool in the back though that was just like it was a hole with fucking bunch of rebarb in it, or rebar, and like that's it. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I'm keeping an eye on this kid. Well, that lady disappears, and the kid's still there. And I waited about 40 fucking minutes, and I was like, dude, we gotta fucking find your people, man. Like, let's go. And so I picked him up, and I walked over to that house, and I beat on the door, and they came outside, and I was like, hey, is this your kid? And they're like, no. And I was like, well, fuck, I just saw you outside playing with a couple kids. And she was like, yeah, those kids are mine, but that one's not. I was like, do you know where this kid lives? Because he's been wandering around the job site for about 90 minutes. She was like, no, I'm not sure, but it might be the house not right on the other side of the job, but the one right past that. I see them with a kid. And I was like, okay. So I picked him up, and I'm walking over there, and I'm about to like step foot in their yard, and like 2 or 3 fucking squad cars pull up, and they jump out of the car, and they're like, put the fucking kid down, put him down. And I was like, no. And they were like, put the fucking kid down. I said, I am not putting this fucking kid down. Because I know for a fact. Yeah, no, dude, exactly. I said, I know for a fact nobody is fucking shooting as long as I'm holding this kid. I don't know whose fucking kid this is, but I'm not putting him down until I know I'm not in fucking danger anymore. And the mom came outside. She's like, that's my fucking baby. Where'd you get my fucking baby? And I was like, he just showed up on the fucking job site. My name's Dan Abner. It's right there on the fucking side of that truck right there that says Abner Electric. I'm wiring that fucking house. Everybody needs to just calm the fuck down.
You're all mixing the standoff
And
with a baby.
it did turn into a little bit of a standoff. And there was this particular officer, his name, at this point in time, he was Sergeant Donaldson. But whenever he knew me, he was 208 K9 Patrol.
I'm glad it wasn't
He showed up
Screech,
on
you
the
would've
fucking on scene, and I was like, Donaldson, you know me. We have a long history. You know that I am a lot of things, but you also know that I am not a fucking child molester, bro. And he was like,
please vouch for me.
he was like, nah, man, like, you fuck some shit up here and there, but, like, you're not evil. I was like, thank you. Can I put this fucking kid down? Is anybody going to shoot me? And he was like, put the kid down and just lay down, and then we'll take it from there. And I said, okay.
Jesus Christ.
So I put the kid down, and I laid down, and they came over, and they fucking hooked my ass up, and they tossed me in the back of the cop car, and I explained to Donaldson what was going on while some of the other cops were talking to the mom. And eventually what happened was Donaldson was like, hey, yo, listen, we understand that you want to press charges. So we're going to take him down, and we're going to press these charges. But we need you to understand that you can either just, like, take your kid and go back inside and no harm, no foul, or you're coming with us for neglect and endangerment. So how do you want to play this? Like, right now, it seems like you just fell asleep and the kid snuck out, and there was a guy a couple doors down that was nice enough to look after your kid to make sure he didn't fucking die on that job site. Or, you know, you can say that he's a fucking horrible monster. Like, how do you want to take it? And she was like, it's fine. He can just go home. I was like, fucking sick. Dude. Oh, my God. I think I peed. There were so many fucking guns pointing at me.
That's crazy. God damn, what a terrible mom.
So we should tell him a little bit about some of our fucking Inkslinger stories, dog, before we get off.
Like which one?
Fuck.
We're going
So
for another week.
So you, how long after you had gotten out of prison did you and I meet and start working at Inkslingers?
Probably like 6 months, probably.
That's it?
Yeah, because I worked with Wade Bone for 3 months.
Oh my God.
That was the best shop owner in town. I think he had 5 at the time when I
Dude,
started.
I forgot you worked for Wade Bone.
Yeah, body mods, bro.
Oh my
The mall.
God. Yeah, there was a fucking shop inside Meadowood Mall, 1-story shitty Reno mall, and it was called Body Mods.
That was the first
There
shop
was,
I ever
there
worked
was one
for.
of those in Florida too.
Was there?
Yeah, in
Fuck
LA
yeah.
County Mall.
Yeah, and they had like
It might have been called Body Mods too.
that. Oh
It
my
was
god, that'd be
100%
so
in the
fucking funny if it
mall,
was
though.
Body Mods with a Z, huh?
Yeah.
It was with a Z. And they sold fucking like. Didn't you guys sell like affliction shirts and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, and the NorCal. And
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, cause he sponsored dirt bikes, and everybody worked for him. He owned the shop that I apprenticed at Sinister.
He had
and
5, right?
He had 5, and he was making fucking money. And that was the first time I'd ever seen probably like a wad of like 10 G's in one time. I remember walking into the back when he was at Sinister doing something, and he just had fucking
Oh, yeah,
probably
he
10
was-
G's just racked out right there, and I'd never seen that before. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, he was
know?
rolling in it.
Oh yeah.
The shop that I worked at forever was Subcultures with a fucking Z, and we had a whole fucking sullen retail fucking spot in our shop.
And then Donnie searched me out on Facebook. He seen I was trading for wood when I quit with Wade Bone.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I'll hire you, man. I was like, well, I travel, so. But I show up to the shop to get my job, and all 3 people that were supposed to start with them was like, oh, he went to New York and everything, so it's just me and him.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, I remember that. He was
Yeah.
supposed to have like a full crew, and everybody left.
Yeah, and he was trying to recruit you, too.
Yeah.
Bring you over, and you were like, no, I'm good right now. Because
Yeah.
you were with Meyer or
Yeah.
wherever you were. And that's where it all started.
Yeah.
You
and
eventually came over.
we had a bunch of fucking. I wouldn't even call it juggalo airbrushing, but it was fucking.
It was worse.
It was worse.
Worse than
probably.
Juggalo airbrushing?
It was horrible.
It was horrible. It was something that
Okay.
that Tyler probably would have decorated his room as.
The floors were plywood.
Sick.
And he had like bodies painted on them. And then he just shellacked over them and thought it was going to last. And like, I don't know, a month into it, all the plywood started coming up, and fucking health department's like, no, you got to get rid of this shit, dude.
Yeah. So I got fired from working at Myers because of a Mike Pike machine, because I bought it from a dude who had hella beef with Meyer, graffiti beef. And I got it for a steal. He sold me basically a brand new Mean Mugger for like $180.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm buying that all day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the guy I worked for was probably, I've talked about him. He was probably like the best graffiti writer I've ever met in my life, and just does like, he does burners that he could be in like MSK, like that good, you know? And he had hella beef with everybody, and he had beef with this dude I bought the machine from, and he was like, you bought your machine from that fool? And I was like, well, yeah, I don't know him. He gave me a good deal. He was like, yeah, dude. He's like, I can't be having that. And he's like, you're a good dude, but like, you can't work here anymore. And I was like, all right. And cause like there'd be people waiting for him outside. Like I've told
Well,
you guys,
who would ever thought you'd get shit canned from a job where it's almost impossible to get shit canned?
Dude,
from?
that
Buying
was
a
like-
fucking machine
Above
at
a
hot
biker bar.
deal.
bro, it
God
was
damn.
above a Davidson's Distillery, which was a biker bar, and it was appointment only. And it's the shop I've told you guys where there was hella fights all the time. Like I saw a dude get his face smashed into some drywall in the shop while Myers tattooing because it was a graffiti fight or whatever. Our homie Corey threw a kid down the fucking stairs after everybody stomped him out, and he got a ukulele busted over his fucking head for being drunk. Like it was gnarly, dude. People are chopping up lines of fucking pain pills and just snorting them
Were you
all
straight
fucking
edge
night.
of this
I was straight edge as fuck, dude. I was about it, and then Meyer was so the other side of that, and then me and Calgar and all my straight edge homies would just be there hanging out, and he would just like have Calgar fuck people up for him, you know, because that's Calgar liked to do it or whatever. So I got canned from that place.
He's like, hey, yo, you're that guy that
was
likes to
in
beat
Reno,
people
right?
up, right?
It was in Reno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where you
that's
started
me.
your
All right, go
apprenticeship?
whip his ass.
No, I was at Sinister for my apprenticeship, and that shit was a joke. And then I went to Meyer was recruiting me, and he was like, dude, it's appointment only, bro. You can be there whenever the fuck you want. Like you could leave whenever. It was it was really ghetto.
Bro, that's how you fucking know, like, some of the shift in the tattoo biz.
Yeah.
Is, like, it used to just be shops that were, like, you know, subcultures, fucking Sinister,
Yeah.
like, fucking whatever. And now it's, like, fluffy rainbow marshmallow bunny.
Dude,
fucking
dude,
come
for
on
real.
in. We're
So-
booked out for 6 years.
Yeah, I got kicked out of that fucking spot. That's how grimy it was. It was across the street from the fucking bus station downtown. Grimy as fuck. And so Donnie came over and he was like, yo, just come over at Ink Slingers, dog. I got my homie Corey just slinging fucking tats. And then I met this fucking fool.
Where was Ink Slingers? Still in Reno?
It was in Sparks. It was
Oh,
tight as
yeah,
fuck
yeah, yeah.
because it was a little shop and In-N-Out was right behind it. And then right across the street was Victorian Avenue. And that's where they had like farmers market Thursday nights. And they had
Good
the
foot
the,
traffic
the
and all.
rib cook-off and shit. So when they'd have these big events with thousands of people, we had free parking right there, dude.
Yeah, it was bad.
And it was just walking distance. It was tight. We had a fucking year pass to Wild Waters one summer, and we would just like tattoo a couple
we used
things.
to have one of those in
yeah,
Orlando,
fuck
dude.
yeah.
at
And then
Wild Waters.
we'd go to the water park and we'd hit the slides for a couple hours and just go back tattooing.
We had
and shit.
Wild Waters and Wet and Wild. Wet
Yeah.
and Wild was fucking tight.
Dude, Wet and Wild was sick as fuck. I went to one in Vegas before they shut it down. It was the sickest fucking
They're
water
all
park.
fucking
oh
gone
my
now.
god, dude.
Dude, there was this ride there called the Der Stuka, and like the top, it was like pretty much just like a straight up and down water slide, and the top looked like a bomb, and you would go in there and like cross your
I went
fucking
on that in
arms,
Vegas. That
and
shit
they
is
would, like,
high as
drop
fuck.
the fucking
Yeah.
floor out from underneath you.
Yeah.
Dude, as a fucking 15-year-old, you would just post up at the bottom and just wait for titties, and they would fucking happen. They would-
Yeah.
like it was like no more than like a fucking 8-minute span would happen, and you were like, bam,
Fuck
another
yeah.
fucking titty.
That shit, yeah, it was just like the Red Viper at Wild Waters, except that one in Vegas, it was like 30 feet higher, dude, just straight down. It was sick as fuck. But
that.
so, yeah, Ink Slingers was, it was fucking ghetto, dude.
Cutthroat as fuck.
We were
And
known for $400 all days,
$400
Okay.
all
Oh,
days.
shit.
and then still had to give away 40% of my money to him.
Yeah.
So we 10 hours, 10 fucking hours for $400. And
I tell you what, dude.
almost
last
every
month,
cocksucker sits for that.
We didn't have shop help. We didn't have a thermofax. We hand stenciled everything,
No way.
dude.
okay, now that part, that's where it
Would you
got
guys just
whack.
have your shit
I tell
ready
you
for
what,
when
bro.
people-
I've been.
No,
is it
we
whiskey?
did it ourselves.
You've seen some of the shit that I'm able to do. And I've been tattooing for 20 fucking years. There were at least 10 days in this last month of September where I would have probably been like $400 all day. Fucking come on in, bro.
Yeah.
I'm tired of jacking off at work.
Yeah.
Dude.
And
it
that's
wa-
how it was supposed to start. Like, just do them and get people in and drum up
Right,
business.
right.
Oh, it was
But
all
then
But
it
no,
got-
then it's just like all that all the time. Like,
Yeah, and every
people
artist
have
that do
like
it.
fucking, $5
dude.
$400
You
sessions
guys
in like a
50-50 or
full
60-40?
sleeve.
We were 60-40.
We were 60
right?
40.
okay.
Yeah, so
How many artists were in that shop at the time? besides you
it
two?
was 4, I think,
Four of
because he got Orlando.
Yeah.
But dude, Donnie would have his like 1.5-year-old son just roll around in kids' toys in the shop while we're working.
Oh,
like I'd be pulling a line and his kid would just be rolling into my station screaming and shit, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck?
On a Strider bike.
And then Donnie, good dude, kind of, I guess he's pretty gangster, I guess, or whatever. So like he would get pretty crazy on people that even I was like, bro, you need to chill. Like he fucking like got in my client's face who was a girl
Damn.
Yeah, he would, he
for
would
her
fucking
making a
snap.
comment about his kid.
Is he like white boy gangster? Or
Yeah.
Is he like, okay, yeah. White boy Reno gangster, dude. Sick.
But he got in my friend Jessica's face for making a comment about his kid, crazy, and then I said something, and then he like fired me for 2 seconds because I said something back, and he was
Yo,
like, "Whoa,
bro.
you got a fucking problem? You can leave." And I'm like, "Are
I'm
you
trying to
serious
work
right
here,
now?"
bro, for
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
it was
Like,
crazy. And
Him
then
his
he'd
wife was a piercer, and they get in fist fights in that motherfucker.
they'd
Him and
fist
his wife
fight.
were getting in fist fights and that shit?
Yeah,
the-
one day he locked the fucking shop door and wouldn't let a client out because he's like, "You're a witness, homie. I'm not going to jail. I didn't hit
Scaring
this
the
bitch
fuck out of
first."
people.
And she's like, "Yeah, you did." So he locked the door and left the client in there, and client's trying to leave. He's like, "Nope, you're my witness. I didn't hit this bitch first. Fuck that."
Bro.
Yeah, not only that, but that fool was selling out of the shop. And I guess one time he pulled, what did he pull out? I'd never seen that much weed in my life at that
Oh, you were
time.
telling me about this open little fucking thing. Boom.
Yeah, in
Big
the
fat sack.
in the ceiling, bunch
Yeah.
of mason jars and trash bags full of fucking.
It was
bud.
gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
So, dude, and
And then
hit,
David being straight edge, he's like, "Bro, like
Oh
we're
my
gonna go to
God.
prison
Oh
for
my
this, right?" And the owner's on parole and shit. So
yeah, he
Yeah,
was on parole.
And
You were on
situation.
parole. He
no,
had,
I expired.
oh, you expired.
Yeah.
He was on parole, and he was a felon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had a gun at the shop, and he was a felon. Couldn't have a gun, and he was just chilling. And then, yeah, him and the Pierce were getting fucking crazy fights in front of people. Like
That's
didn't
hot.
didn't
That's
give a
hot as
fuck. And then I moved to LA for like 4 months, which
Did you say
was
that's hot as fuck.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Jesus fucking Christ.
yeah. I moved out to LA for like 4 months. Corey cried the whole fucking time,
I missed him.
and then I went back.
Hey,
Why'd you
That's
go to
fair.
LA?
I had to
'Cause,
do
dude,
all
Trying out
days.
the scene and shit or what?
I just wanted to get out of Reno. I was over it, and then I went to LA and I fucking
Did you not
hated
have
it.
any connections to Sonoma County at this point in your life?
No, I hadn't been out here before.
Okay.
And then
So where'd you go? So you guys worked at that.
we worked at
together.
Ink Slingers, and
Did you
then
guys work again together after that?
yeah.
place?
Yeah,
So
Black
I
Widow.
I left Ink Slingers and I came out here the first time, and worked at Evolution, and that's when me and this fool became friends. And then I was out here for like not even a year, barely a year, and then I went back to Reno. And at that point, this fool was working at Black Widow, and he was like, "Yo, you better fucking come work with your boy." And I was like, "I don't know, dude. That shop sounds whack as fuck." Because the owner at that time, when you'd go to apply for a job to be a tattooer, he'd make you do an art test, and it was a fucking piece of paper, and it said draw a star, a dragon, a fish, a fucking
It was like
draw
rolling
water.
the fucking dice
Yeah.
to see if we could
And he was like,
draw
"I need to
it.
see if you can draw."
Yeah.
And
That's not
so,
a bad
Bro,
test.
anybody here draw a perfect star?
Oh, that's
bro,
Sorry.
it was whack as fuck.
I
So
can't draw a perfect one. I could probably get.
Can I do
pretty
the
I
close.
can get
cross? Can
somewhat
I do the
close.
cross star?
No.
Yeah, can I can I use my
You can't use.
Can I
plumb
show
lines,
my
though?
formula? Like,
So he was already at Black
I'm gonna
Widow.
need to see your work.
I was going back to Reno, and I was like, "Dude, I don't want to work there." Like, I wanted to work at a good shop, but my boy was there. And then I remember Sergio, Corey's apprentice, wasn't even a tattooer yet. And when I asked Tony if I could get a job, he was like, "I don't know, man. Sergio, Sergio's tattooing now, and he has like a spot, so I don't know
Dude,
if."
he put him on a pedestal.
Yeah, he was like, "I don't know if I can fit you like into his schedule," and I was like, "That's like the most disrespectful shit that's ever been told to me in my life."
That dude graduated my apprentice
Sometimes they're a
from
big
the
deal.
owner.
From
I
It
didn't
was-
graduate him.
It was
The
crazy.
owner was like, "It's time to
Oh,
start
he pushed-
tattooing."
He pushed him on.
Well, because
Holy
Sergio was like,
fuck.
"Yo, Tony, if I give you $300 a month, can you let me tattoo?" And he was like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck."
I was like, "What the fuck?"
what the
So
fuck?
you didn't even finish mentoring the kid. You just fucking-
No.
No, he
just
just
pushed
got a
him on.
station and,
And then he had a
tattooing.
station, and Tony was almost not gonna hire me for him. And I was like, "Bro, I've
that
been
guy still
tattooing.
tattooing? Is he
I'd been
still
tattooing
tattooing?
for not too long, but I was a tattooer,
Yeah.
and so I had to go and do an art test. And then me and this fool worked. Oh, but before we get into
Yo, year before last, I fucking wanted a prime day at Tattoos and Blues, and I got told that
Yo,
the apprentice
Yeah.
was a big deal.
oh yeah, I was fucking pissed, dude.
I was talking about that
really?
situation.
So
I was
bad, bro.
fucking pissed, dude.
I was
But
like, actually, Saturday works better for me, and I got told,
did you did you tell
fucking okay.
did you
tight.
tell this fool about that Wu-Tang Clan fight in the shop?
Did I?
You guys have
Did
Wu-Tang
somebody
over
say
here, Ken?
Wu Tang sucks, and you said they ain't nothing? to
No,
fuck
so this
with,
was
and
when
you
we were
started
still at
raining
Ink-
You said
knuckles?
protect your neck and you stabbed him right in the
This
fucking
was
esophagus.
this was when we were still at Ink
He
Slingers.
stabbed
Yeah,
him
I
in the
forget the
ass
dude's name, but he says he was making a record with Wu-Tang when they first started coming back out. And he showed us a couple shit on YouTube, and I was like, okay, cool. So I designed this microphone, and I'm getting down on him. And then next thing you know, this big old black dude just comes right around the corner and sleeps him. Right when I'm in the middle of a line. Drops him. Over a rap battle the night before. And his white girlfriend's over there on the futon, like, she set the whole thing up because we had booths, so you didn't know where he was at. But he just walked right in and just fucking knocked him clean out. So I socked the dude because now I'm in my fucking station. My shit's all.
Sock your client?
No, I socked the
yeah.
dude that came
Yeah,
in.
I'm just kidding.
And then David comes running down the fucking shop, man, and he got his armrest upside down. Like, anybody want some? Like, what the fuck? And Donnie, he's acting all scared, like, I don't know what to do, man. I'm like looking for my gun. But he came
I
with
don't know what
this
to
sharp
do. You're
ass.
like, you fucking hit people, bro.
Oh,
Bro,
dude,
he
my,
came with this sharp ass fucking armrest
Bro,
and
if
was like
anybody came
ready
in
to
there
clean
like that,
clocks.
your fucking avenue would be fucking on, bro. It'd be
dude.
a little
Well,
mosh
because
pit.
I heard some crazy shit. I was in the very back and I heard it, and I didn't know what was going on. So I grabbed some shit. I was gonna hit that fool with it crazy, but
So now they're in the parking lot getting ready to shoot each other. I didn't get paid for my tattoo.
and he didn't even finish the outline.
No.
He did like a quarter of a fucking microphone on his arm. Didn't even finish it.
He shouldn't
It
have
was
been running
fucking
his
wild.
mouth about Wu-Tang, though.
No, He was rapping with Wu-Tang.
Oh, so he was doing his thing.
Yeah, and it was
Oh,
over beef off a rap battle the night before.
Yeah.
That's
Like at some
great.
bar or some
I
club
don't
or
really
some
know
shit.
anything about Reno, but I'm like, that sounds like a fucking Reno story to me.
Oh,
Reno,
definitely.
That's pretty crazy.
Definitely.
but
It's like white trash, black trash, native trash, Hispanic trash, like whatever. We're just
what's
all trash.
what's
here.
crazy too is when Cody was over here staying the night, me and him were telling meatball stories from Reno, like stories with us and stories with Calgary and everybody. And when I was telling her everything that we were doing, saying it now, I was like, dude, that shit was like pretty fucking gnarly, because back then you didn't know any better. That was just whatever.
I was just talking to a girl last night.
And I'm like, dude,
Reno makes
holy
me-
fuck.
Yeah, we
Reno
went through
feels
some
like
shit.
like The Shining when I'm walking through those fucking casinos and shit, the old ones, like the Nugget and shit. Like, this is like a weird
Dude,
place.
Those
Fuck
shops
it.
I
almost
feel like
ruined our
I'm
name from getting into good shops.
I'll tell
Oh,
you what,
yeah.
I haven't fucking been in Reno, so I don't know about it feeling like The Shining, but fucking Ellie, Nevada
feels
feels like,
Ely?
a Twilight Zone. Ely?
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
that feels like a Twilight Zone episode.
It's
it's like
gnarly,
walking. It's
dude.
like walking into a place that's like 20 years behind. Almost,
Okay,
where you're
Ely,
like,
we're talking
what
about the same
fuck?
place, right? It's just E-L-Y.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ely.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ely. Okay.
Yeah, there's
That place
there's
feels like a
there's
fucking
stretches
Twilight
of
Zone
Nevada that you
episode.
better fucking hope to God you don't break down, dude.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
You're
for
dead, which is fucking wild.
Yeah.
The Wendigo is going to get that ass.
Wendigo.
Ely's
But-
where the Supermax prison is in Nevada.
Ely,
All the death row and everything.
Okay.
that fucking place?
Yeah.
Yo, dude, that's like probably the smallest fucking town I've ever been to ever.
Yeah, there's
It's
probably
also
more
where,
people
like,
in
the-
prison than population in town.
It's also where like the oldest fucking whorehouse.
Do you guys
in
know
the
the
United
history
States
behind
is.
Ely?
And I was like, "Hey, yo,
It's an old
sweetness, I'm
mining
gonna go.
town, dog.
I'm gonna
That's
go
what
for a
like
walk."
most of Nevada is,
She
dog.
was like,
Fucking mining
"Are you
town,
that
dog.
bored?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, there's two whorehouses right around the corner." And she was like,
They don't like no.
"Bitch, you
outsiders.
better just walk your ass down to Denny's at the bottom of that fucking hotel right here." I was like, "Baby,
yeah.
no, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually going
Dude.
to the fucking
That's how I feel
whorehouse."
like talking
Fucking-
when I walk through.
It's
Ely, I
crazy.
go,
As soon as you're
I'm ready
out
for some
right
Denny's,
outside of
boy.
Sparks,
Yeah.
you're not hitting shit until Fernley, and Fernley's nothing.
You ain't hitting shit.
And then
boy.
you're not hitting shit until Fallon, and then
You're
it's
stuck out
nothing.
here
It's
with us
nothing,
in
dude.
Ely, motherfucker, dude. I'm gonna.
That's pretty much how it is.
Yeah.
Didn't you go to the fucking bunny ranch right after you got out of prison?
It was the one in Mina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by Tonopah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Right after, dude.
Yeah, I didn't get lucky enough to go to the Bunny Ranch.
Oh.
I mean, if you, yeah, fuck, dude.
Dan
If I
convinced
just,
me. I'm going to the Bunny Ranch one day.
if I just did
If I'm
a
old-
little
old
fucking
enough.
state-sponsored sabbatical, you bet that ass I'm going to the fucking bunny ranch.
Oh,
or
yeah, man.
whatever, whenever I get out.
Oh
here.
yeah, man.
Fuck
You hit
Yeah,
some of the hottest
absolutely. My
fucking
buddy
ass
Nick
dick you ever
took
seen
me.
in
It was
your
like
life.
2 in the morning. He's like, let's go get some, dude. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
How much? How
Fuck
much?
yeah.
That
How
sounds
much you
about right.
spending on general in that sense? Like going to the Bunny Ranch, boy.
Depends on when.
I'm
bro.
talking about like I'm gonna spend only $150 maybe.
Yeah, that shit expensive, dog.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
you ain't getting shit. For
You maybe get
50
your dick
bucks.
sucked for
A
10
grand?
minutes, maybe.
A grand. You're gonna spend $1,000. Oh, hit some
No,
top
well,
tier.
if you drop, okay, like
I'm talking top tier cheeks for about an hour.
Yeah, you're paying.
talking
money,
about going Greeks too. You trying to get in that butthole?
I'm trying to get fed. I'm trying to get fed grapes and get sucked up on a little bit, like suckled upon.
2 minutes of fucking
You
and
just said suckle.
57 minutes of
of.
crying and
I'm just kidding.
watching
Carry on.
Sports Center.
Right?
How much you looking to spend, Dan? If you want to go get the Greek special?
Based on what I've heard, like 500 to 1,500. Like 500's not you're not getting top shelf, but like you're going to
You're
enjoy
getting full
yourself.
service. You're getting full service.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy yourself.
Okay.
But like my
What does
buddy,
15 grand get
Dude,
you?
now,
my
now
buddy,
that I'm older,
no 1,500.
I'm like
That'll get
proud
you
as fuck to be
some
from Nevada,
butt
dog.
time,
Right?
Yeah.
Some butt time with a
We
pretty
earn
girl.
that
What if you
shit.
don't even
Earn
want
that
butt
shit,
time?
dog.
What if you just want like some fucking?
Shit.
No, that's fine.
I'm done in 3 seconds anyway, so like might as well make it everything it is. You know
Yeah, you
what I
might as well just
Dude,
spend the 500
fucking-
bucks and take the fucking.
Fucking amen,
Yeah.
brother.
mean? All right, cool.
You might as well take the Evan Williams
yeah,
of pussy.
Yeah,
Got 1,
I don't.
2, 3, 4. Can I get $100?
I don't think we'll probably
I
be
don't
able to
have
get
$100
into
to
like.
give you. I just had the worst month of my
Chris,
entire career.
We're after the 2 hours, huh? Yeah, we probably won't be able to get into more stories. So that means
No.
when next time you're back, we got to tell more stories. Dude.
Yeah, we have to.
Oh, we got plenty.
Anybody listening to this, my dude Corey fucking kills it at Black and Gray.
He does.
Actually, you
indeed.
fucking suck ass, bro. Learn how to draw something besides a fucking skull.
I'm not impressed.
All you do is moths and roses.
That's true. Follow him at fucking
Fucking
what is it, Corey
What's your-
Collins
what's your
art
handle,
now?
dog?
Yeah,
Corey Collins art with underscores in between them.
underscores, boys.